As far as I know, we are now live. I shall put this light out the way for now. We shall see if anyone is on. And can anybody hear me or see me? Can you check, John, if you can see me? And there's Georgie watching from behind the screen. Grace, hurrah! Grace. Hello there, my lovely. And you can hear me and see me. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but thank you for letting me know. Oh, Denise Cook. Hi there, darling. Hello, darling. I hope you're feeling well at the moment. I've thought about you a lot, and I hope you're doing okay. Kathy Blount. Hurrah. Hello, Kathy. Oh, goodness me. Right away, this is like meeting old friends. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, good. I'm glad, Grace. Brilliant. Excellent. And Denise, everything is great. That's good. Good, good, good. Absolutely wonderful. And as far as I know, John Boy is watching. So we'll see at some point. We may get a message from John Boy, and you can say good hello to him as well. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Grace. I cannot wait for a chat. I cannot wait. Got lots to chat about. And Deborah, Jersey girl. Mwah. Hello there, my lovely. Oh, look, I have your t-shirt on. Let me move this a bit so you can see things a bit easier. There we are. And Beth Gaither, hurrah! Oh, wonderful. Hello, Beth. Lovely to speak to you. Wanda, hello. Hello, Wanda. Oh, wow. Oh, good morning it is to you. And John Boyd from Alberta in Canada. We're talking to Alberta in Canada. Fabulous. Mona Jacobson, hello, Mona. Oh, lovely. Yes, fantastic idea, Jersey girl. Absolutely lovely. I can't wait to go to a dollhouse fair and wear it. Oh, John Boy says, I have Richard. He can hear me and see me on the TV. Rhonda, you're in Texas. Wow. If that's good, who knows? Who cares? We care. We care. Mary, oh, you did manage to make it while at work today. Oh, bless you, Mary. Oh, I was speaking to you earlier, and I was thinking you might not have got on, but you have. So thank you. Thank you just for saying hello. And they're saying hello to John Boy as well. I don't think he hasn't.
Come say hello.
Oh, here we are.
Hello, everybody.
Yay.
Welcome.
Wave, wave.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh,
I will be around if you need me.
John Boy's my PA today.
Just let me know if you need a hand. You can see that.
Only if you bring it into the viewer. There we are.
There's one I bought earlier.
It's wooden.
Yeah, it's really nice. Really good hand.
I thought that was King Kong for a moment coming onto the screen. Yeah. Dina Freo. Hello, my lovely. Hurrah. Kim Carruthers, hi there. Hello to you, Kim. Absolutely wonderful. Cheryl Scott. Yeah, hello to, and Cheryl saying hello to all you guys, the whole Dollhouse family. Hurrah. M. Oh, you saw the hand, M. Just in case anyone doesn't know, is the fantastic, talented Martine, one of our best mates. She's absolutely wonderful, and she's come on tonight to say hello. Very nice of you. And Deborah, hi, John Boy, Nigel, and Georgie. Oh, Georgie's actually sitting over behind the screen. He's on a chair at the moment, taking up the whole chair, of course. It's his chair tonight. Grace is giving us a big hand.
You might come.
Oh,
Yeah. Georgie, come here.
is Georgie going to come on? Oh, by the way, at the moment, I have my Chicago mug. It's my only American connected mug at the moment to drink from. Ah, lovely. Cup of tea, a big mug of tea. Linda Tominelli, hello there, Linda. Really lovely, Rich and John Boy. They're saying from sunny Florida. They're all saying hello to you as
Hello,
well.
everybody.
And you're
around
not
the world.
You'll have to come over to be in the. That's it. There we are.
Hello to everyone around the world.
Fabulous, and they are all around the world. Absolutely fantastic.
That's really good. Right,
Kim,
I'll lurk in the back.
Are you going into the lounge and watch?
am.
John was going to watch me on television. Oh, close the curtains, John Boy. Well, we've got a big television and it shows straight out onto our main street, and people walking by will that know any of us will see John sitting there watching me on television. That would be a bit weird. Oh, Kim, you were so excited for this and inspiration. I admire your work highly. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. As you all know, I do try really hard, and I just hope that what I do is good. Obviously, in the background here, I have the board up, so I am of course going to show you my next collection of vases. I cannot wait. I shall get them out in uno momento. Martine, hi Richard, John Boy, Undina, exactly. Sweet Nigel and Georgie kisses from Mary. We will absolutely definitely do that. And Deborah's saying hi Martine, hurrah, hi everyone. Absolutely brilliant. While you guys are on at the moment, oh Rhonda Costanza, I love your name by the way. I just love different names that aren't just so British. I do love names from around the world, and I love that name. But you say, yay, hurrah, I love your vases. I have quite a few to show you guys tonight. It's going to be fantastic. Cannot wait. Kim, you never miss a video. I've watched them many times. And a big hello to John Boy. All of you that are listening, it's just so when I've said this before, but when I let me take my glasses off for a moment. When I started all this and was putting videos on, and I would get an odd comment where somebody had watched it, and then a few more. And I did think at the time, with the effort it takes just to put a video on, even if it's taken over a couple of days, it may have been several hours of filming, and then when you look at it all back, you've got to sit through it all, and you might take away so much of it because it sounds or looks boring, and you end up with a half hour or 40 minutes, and then it takes forever to put on here on the screen. And you, in the beginning, I did often think to myself, with the time this is all taking, would I be better off not doing it and just going out and getting a job in a local supermarket or something, anything. But you guys came on quicker than quicker and started letting me know that things were okay and you liked what I was doing. And that just piqued my interest in thinking, like, actually, I'm doing something okay here. And that is basically how it's all started. What I want to say is, I can see the screen, but I can't see all the writing properly. I don't want to miss too much. Right, Mona, never boring. Oh, God love you, Mona, honestly. Bless you. No, you're right, If I if I was to go and get a job in a supermarket, I would go insane. But a sweep would do me, would suit me. A street sweeper, I'd be good at that. I'd be very particular and make sure it's all cleaned up. I'll tell you. Um, Deborah, you're amazing. You're amazing as well. Absolutely, I love your t-shirt. I have to tell you guys, we are going on a holiday without actually haven't had one for years, but we are going on a holiday for 1 week this month. So there'll be a week's break in between videos, probably. But what we will do is while we're away, we're staying in this country, but while we're away, I'm definitely going to take my film equipment. I use my phone. I'm going to take my phone with me. That sounded all professional then, didn't it? Film equipment. I'll take this and I'll film all different parts of the holiday and then try and not make it into too long a video. But I'll as soon as I get home, I'll edit it, put it together, and show you where we've been and the things that we've been seeing. There is something connected dollhousey where we're going. But I won't tell you about that until we've actually gone. But it's just a little bit of interest connected with dollhouse miniatures. Wanda, you are such a calm presence. I'm not a miniaturist, as you know. That's true. I can't believe that you enjoy watching, and you're not a miniaturist, but you just enjoy watching. Scrapbooking and card making. Don't get me started, because if I go onto a hobby, I'll just never get off it. I'm terrible with hobbies. And yeah, and get so much accomplished just watching and listening to you. That is lovely, really comforting to know. And Byron, hi Rich, have a lovely rest and vacation. Thank you very much. We're looking forward to going away. It's in I don't know, a week or two. Who knows? Someone shouted, "Who cares?" Oh dear. I love this little group. So do I. Before I show you the vases, I just wanted to ask: is there anything that any of you wanted to ask? A question about anything? Anything, of course, that I can and would answer. But if you wanted to know anything or ask anything about what I do, about our lives, where we are, anything, it would just be interesting if anyone actually, was always thought about something and hasn't asked yet. Every time I see this, I want to start singing Chicago, except I won't, especially live. Oh dear, that would definitely make everyone leave. Oh, Jersey girl, you're at work at the moment, having your little break and looking at me. Oh, how lovely. It's so lovely. It really is. Yes, Dina, like I have time for a hobby. Honestly, I really can't stress enough. My whole life at the moment is waking up, having something quick for breakfast, and then I'm on to whatever I'm doing, doll's housey. If I'm making something, or if I'm doing my commission, or if I'm doing something for the Art Deco house. I have just got a load of bits of bushes and shrubbery and different things to add to the collection. So as soon as I've got time, I'll put a video together for the Art Deco house again, and that will be making some kind of plantation to go in the planters on the top of the roof terrace. I'm really excited about that. But yes, I just do these things all day. If I'm not doing that, I'm making vases and firing them, photographing them. I've started on a commission house that I'm doing for a customer, but that's a separate video. When I've got enough together, I'll get the part one of that on as well. Rhonda, have you eaten any of your sweet corn yet? Rhonda, I cannot tell you how disappointed I am. I grew it once when I first moved here, well, years ago, really, and it was fantastic. It grew, I'm 6 foot, and it grew taller than me. There was 2, sometimes 3 cobs on each plant. I've been really careful with the ones this time. I've got about 2 dozen out there, and they're sort of stunted growth. They're in different areas of the garden. They are in groups, so they pollinate each other. And I even went out every night with a little soft brush, brushing the pollen on the flowers on one and brushing it on the next one to help, instead of, if there's, in case no bees had done it or if the wind hadn't done it. And I've really taken care of them. All the cobs have started forming. Some of them, there's 2 on each plant. But for this time of year, I think in the beginning of September, especially this month, they should be being picked. So it says on all our garden programs and what I've read. And at the moment, they're not even, they're nowhere near ready. So I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? We may or may not have any sweet corn coming to us. Where are you in England? I hear the ocean. Yes, Grace. We're on the Essex coast in a small town called Clacton-on-Sea. And it's we can walk to the coast or straight to our beach. I suppose maximum 20 minutes if we just walk on foot. In the car, it's about a 6-minute drive, if that. So we can go down there. It's actually quite nice beaches. There's a pier that all the kids go on. But that's, I remember I used to live here when I was 2 years old. I was born in London. Then when I was 2, we moved to a place near here called Wivenhoe. I lived there until I was 10. But during the age of 2 and 10, I remember coming to Clacton-on-Sea, which was just up the road from Wivenhoe, about half an hour, and remember seeing all the lights on the lampposts down by the pier with all the sort of just to make it all pretty at the time. And then moved away and lived in different places over the years. I lived in Wales, I've lived in Scotland, so I've lived in more or less all the UK. Dina, yes, you were here. You came to see us. You didn't get to stay too long. No, that's true. That's true. Oh, no, sorry, Dina. I'm thinking of Donna. Oh, dear, you've got an appointment in 30 minutes. Oh, Dina, thank you so much for coming on and saying hello. It's very important that you did that, and I'm very pleased that you did that. You honestly, I don't think you all know. Some of you write and say you don't know how good I am doing the videos and how it makes you feel, but it works both ways. It definitely works both ways. Denise, do I find seashells on your beaches? Not like the beautiful ones you sent. We do on different beaches, and maybe where we're going on holiday, we're actually going to Cornwall. And Cornwall is one of the most beautiful parts of the UK. And it's the small part, the bottom part of the UK that sticks out like the little foot. And the coast is all around there. If you stay anywhere in Cornwall, you can drive any point north or south. And some of the beaches there are the most beautiful in the UK. And you will find seashells there. And I will be looking for things like that. Yes, Jersey girl. Sometimes you can hear the water and the seagulls. They're all over the seafront, so you can hear those definitely. Oh, Dina, you're staying to the last second. Bless you. God love you. That's fantastic. Right. Anyone wanted to ask another question? Yes, Richard, do you mind if I share our conversation we had in the live chat? Yes. I can't actually remember what it was, but obviously there's nothing I say to anybody that I wouldn't share with anybody. So yes, you can absolutely share our conversation. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I didn't know you could do that. I've never done that before, so you can actually share. That's brilliant. Thank you. Like, I'm learning all the time. Keep it clean. Yes. Does anyone want to ask anything else before I'm going to get these vases and show you? But does anyone want to know anything else? Beth, oh, my sister is there now. If you see a redhead hiking with a bunch of other people, yell, hello, Catherine. I love redheads, like women with lovely red hair. I think they look gorgeous. Oh, bless you. Oh, Dina, you've received your Kintsugi vase this morning. Sorry, that was probably a bit gay, but you all know me now. So there you go. You've received it. I'm glad you've received it. I'm so pleased. I've sent 3 different parcels off this morning from my sales last night. I don't know, everyone, we have 4 weeks till the birth. Oh, yes, Mary. Of course, that's the conversation we had earlier, Mary. I am sorry. I thought you meant chatting on the screen here. No, of course. Yes, and John Boy and me are thinking about them. Absolutely. Only 4 weeks to go till the birth. That's quite exciting, isn't it? Oh, bless. Oh, Dina, oh, your voice is beautiful. Thank you. As I keep saying, and I'm saying again, when I've taken the photos, I have noticed today when I was putting more photos on, but when I do them on my phone and they actually look like the color of the vase, and I think, oh, that's good. I didn't realize, but then I noticed when I've uploaded them and put them onto the website, the pictures that come up are complete. Some of them are really quite different and the contrast is bad. There is a thing to sort of fiddle around with them, but as soon as I try that, it's sort of fiddled around with them already, so it's sort of going further away from the actual vase itself. So this is main reason why I want to show you them now, and hopefully you'll be able to see the colors better. Oh, bless. I'm so pleased. Yes, Mary, I hope it goes well, and it is very exciting. Oh, oh, how lovely. Okay, right. Let me move this over, and let me move you over this way a bit. Did you hear John Boy then? I can hear him. Drink your tea. I keep forgetting. I've let this one go cold. Oh yes, I've let this go cold. I just want to check, Deborah, Jersey girl, are you still there? I just need a yes. We just need to know for one reason. You'll find out in a minute. Yes, John Boy saying drink tea, pipe down, PA. Do you think I should sack him? I don't know. No, I've changed my mind. No, shan't. Yay, Joyzy girl's here still. Okay. That's all we needed to know. You'll find out in uno momento. I should take these out ready. Oh, if I can open this box carefully. Oh, I've got some goodies to show you guys. Before I do that, I shall tell you, John does look great, doesn't he? Somebody says you look great, John.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh,
not bad for an oldie.
Not bad for an
Not bad for an
oldie.
oldie.
You're 61?
61.
61.
Yeah.
And in I don't know, a couple of weeks' time, I'm 64.
Next week.
Or is it next week?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I thought I still had another week to go before I was 64.
Not long to go now. And then
Not long now. Never mind. Oh, Joyzy girl's going to be here till the end. Excellent. Yeah. But that's all. But we'll go now. We'll do it now. Oh, Denise, we're both. Well, we feel young. A lot of people. Some people our age you can look at them and tell that they look their age and maybe older, and sometimes feel it. But I think it just depends how you are as a person and how you feel. And I love things around me. I love the world, and I'm very. Do you know, I've never thrown a piece of litter on the road or the street. Partly because of the way I was brought up by very, very lovely, caring parents, but also I realised at a young age that what we're walking on is keeping us alive. If that wasn't beneath us and it wasn't here, we wouldn't be here. So I think a bit of respect is needed for the planet when people take it also for granted. I don't, but anyway. Oh, Dina. Bye, Dina. Lovely that you came on. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you so much. Oh, what have you should have brought the English tea. And if you take that, and I shall move this down so everyone can see.
See, look. Posh China cup in there.
And we have,
and you have
look.
To stick it,
Oh, hang on. And I can't do that. Stick my finger. There we are.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's absolutely, yes.
Oh, that's spiffy.
Yeah, super.
That's super. Thank you. Gosh, it's hard at being posh. That really hurts my little finger. Oh,
thank you, Deborah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Don't say cheers to that. Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Jolly good.
Jolly good. Oh, Cheryl shouts out happy birthday, John. It's not John's birthday. It will be mine in a week. It's the old one, me, that's having a birthday. John's is in May sometimes. Yummy. Yes, I do love a cup of tea. Oh, good. Jersey Girl is really pleased that we're drinking that. Actually, it's lovely tea.
It is. It's
It's really, it is lovely.
Breakfast tea, isn't it? Which is the best, really.
It is lovely. Yeah. We're not very good at trying all the weird, well, I'm saying weird, but all the different teas. We just like a nice breakfast tea. That's what we're used to, I suppose. But yeah, excellent.
So we shall drink all of that. So lovely.
Well done, PA. Well done. Yes, Mary, we have to use a fancy cup and put your pinky out. That was very hard. I don't know how people ever do that. Oh dear. I think our favourite tea is the English breakfast tea. Yeah. Oh, pre-happy birthday, Rich. Oh, bless you. We'll be on the holiday for the week while I'm having my birthday. So I think we might go out for a meal or have a nice lunch or something, and that would be lovely. But I will film different bits, I promise you guys, and I will have a video of sorts to come back to. I don't know what it's going to be like because we haven't done it yet, but there will. Happy birthday. Oh, Cheryl, happy birthday. Thank you. Oh.
You're doing it out with Rich, won't you?
Yes, yes.
Different places in
that's what I was saying. I'll take my camera, my phone, and film. So it'll be an out with Rich, but we'll be doing our holiday video, so you can share with us what we've done.
Let me know when you want to talk.
Okay, lovely. You love black tea. We drink black. Well, I drink black tea as well. Sometimes I like my coffee with milk or black. Sometimes I drink tea with milk or black. So I'm quite versatile in the tea and coffee department, you would say. Oh, bless you, Deborah. Oh, Deborah is sending. Jersey Girl is sending another package in time for my birthday. Don't worry if it's not, my lovely. We have the perfect neighbour next door, and she takes all our parcels or packages if we're not here, and we do the same for her. We have a lovely deal going on, so it will be safe, whatever. Cheryl, I'm shut in, and these strings make my day. Oh, Cheryl. Oh, bless you. Oh, bless you. Marianne. Hurrah. Hello. I'm glad you've come on. I'd like to encourage everyone who buys a vase on your website. I think I'm the only one who did it, and I think it helps your site. Happy birthday, Rich. And 64 is not old. We only just begun. That's very true, Marianne. I'm glad you've come on because this morning I got all the reviews to put them on my website so people could at least see, but it wouldn't allow me to do that. I really need more reviews on the website, if possible. If anyone can do that, that's bought vases from the website. Wanda, you're having a coffee now. Hurrah! Brilliant. Oh, Wanda. Oh, what's Grace having? An iced waffle? What is that, Grace? Explain. What's an iced CA waffle? I don't know. I'm missing out on something. I want, and I better get. Marianne, no, that's fine. Writing a revision, that's absolutely brilliant. What I wanted to say to you was I've sent your other vase out to you this morning, the one that you bought last night. I could go online last night onto the post office. I can buy shipping labels and I can ask them to collect the following day, not on a Sunday, but during the week. So you bought it and it was collected first thing this morning. And I have to say, I was going to leave it as a surprise. Well, no, I will leave it as a surprise. So I won't say any more for that. But we will speak soon, Marianne. I am absolutely sure. Oh, wonderful. Right, okay. Let's get the vases out. Oh, sorry, finger. Super. Right, now. Oh, this is what happens when you speak too many languages on your iPad. Sorry, Richard. Oh. Lo siento, pero no comprende lo que dice. Where did that come from? I think that meant, I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying in Spanish. I was learning Spanish years ago when I was young, but I've forgotten most of it. Oh, Elaine in Winnipeg. In Manitoba. Every time you buy something and I send to you in Manitoba, you always make me think of Donna, who lives also in Manitoba. And Elaine, your parcel went off this morning also. So that's excellent. They've gone as well. So hopefully they should be with you soon. Deborah Mercado, excuse me, Richard, you speak good Spanish. Oh, well, thank you very much. That's really, really nice of you to say that. I did like trying to speak it, but I don't use it much in Clacton on Sea. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm not going to see your comments so easily while I'm showing vases. Hopefully, while John Boy's watching in the other room, if he sees any comments that he thinks I should answer or know of, and then he'll come through and let me know. He's a great PA. He really is. He's the best. Okay, so I'm going to put them up on the board here. Now, the reason I don't have A, B, C, D, and 1, 2, 3, 4 is because I spent all afternoon photographing, measuring, and whatever, and putting all these vases on my website. So as we speak now live, the website was updated and went live about half an hour before I came on here. So if you, after the live stream or whenever, if you go onto the website, you will see these vases. So it just saved last time when I put them up here. I did sort everybody out in the end, and a huge help from John Boy because he was able to concentrate and take notes. But it was quite an effort to do it all. And to be honest, I was completely worn out afterwards. So now I will show them all to you. I'll put them up on here just to put them out the way safely. But if you do like any, go on the website. And also, I want to say, who knows, who cares if he speaks good English? Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh, fabulous. I don't know where this saying came from, but it came from video one, I'm sure. My very first video of the boho house, which I will get back to at some point because I still have rooms to do in that. But I think I said it there and it seemed to just catch on. But it's so funny now, people actually say it back. And also, John Boy will go to his mum or whatever, his old mum, who is lovely, and he'll spend the day with her. And because she's seen me and watched videos and that, he'll say something about I don't know, and she'll say, "Who cares?" And even she's saying it. God love her. So wonderful. Oh, this is brilliant. Sharon Hale, hello from South Carolina. And your birthday is next week. What date? What date, Sharon? Tell us the date. We need to know now. How exciting, a September birthday. Grace, you were the one person who gave me courage to make my very first mini. It's just wonderful. A lot of you already do houses. You do decorate. You do make things. But the people that are just starting out, I love when I've got messages from you to say that I've done something that's helped you in some way, either showing you something on a video or just giving you the get up and go to do something. And nothing, whatever you do, is if it's wrong, you know, it's bits of wood you've stuck together, or it's something you painted and you don't like it. You can go over it. It's not the end of the world. This is, you know, this is all meant to be a really fun thing that we do. And our miniature world that we're all in is like, it's so special that anyone that hasn't got anything to do at all with miniatures or doesn't like watching anything to do, they do not know what they're missing. They're just living a sadder existence than us, I have to say, because we are the lucky ones. We really are the lucky ones. Right. Oh, Sharon, 12th. I'll be 78. Hurrah. 12th, you're a week before me. You're something like that. My birthday's on the 18th. I think that's almost a week. I don't know. Who cares? But happy birthday when that comes as well. Oh. And Dina, your birthday is on the 12th. Is there anyone around here that doesn't have a birthday in September, the 12th? It's brilliant. Yes, Em. It's another world where anything goes. You can do what we want in our world. Absolutely fantastic. Dina, Sharon, I'll be 6 something. Oh, okay. And I'll be 6 something as well, Dina. Or 6T something. Vases, let's start. I'm going to start with 2 big uns. First of all, I'll put this here and sit here a bit so people can see a bit better. Right, I'm going to show you. I use the kintsugi method that I've done for all my small vases, but I've done a collection of those. And I have done some new kintsugi vases now that I will show you today. But this is, if I hold this up, this is a big boy, a big bad boy, 2 of them. And this is 2 different glazes, sort of satin glazes. They're not gloss and they're not matte. They're like a satin glaze. And I scored lines down them physically, just rough, all the way around. And then I fired it. And then after the firing, I took it out and where all the spaces were that I scored down, I've gone over those in um, the silver luster glaze, and then refired it, so you can see them really shiny. I do have to say that all the photos that I've put on the website, and you guys can go on and have a look at them afterwards or whenever, and if you see the vases now, you will see how bad the color is on most of the vases. They're not, for people that haven't seen them on the live stream and they just come on and look at the website in time to come, they'll look at quite a few of them and think they just don't look very good. Really sad, because everyone that gets their vases always says they're so much better to look at in real life. Mary's 56, Cheryl Scott 70, M 52 here. Oh, wonderful. So anyway, this is I have my trusty measurer here, so I can do the millimeters. This is actually about 1.5 inches in height, so it'll be about 1.5 foot high. It's about 30, 37, 38 millimeters. So these two that I'm going to show you are made for floor standing vases, like people have in their houses where they have great big vases. You can get vases, as high as me, massive things. So I thought there's no reason why we shouldn't have some big ornaments, like big vases, sitting on the floor in the corner of a room or something. Would look okay. Let me put this up here if it will fit. Yes, it does, just. And this is the second large one of the Kintsugi range. And this one, when you look at this on the website, have a look at the photos and you'll see how weird it just looks. It just doesn't look good. But I've done, here we are. I've done two different glazes, a blue and a yellow. And then you'll see the bands of silver crossing over at the top there and coming down the sides, and I've just crossed them all the way around, so the silver comes up again, up the sides and round, so it's all just crisscrossing over. And then in between those, I did the blue and the yellow in the different sections, and then fired it. And then before I fired it, I scored some of the patterns out, just geometric patterns. So they're very, very organic, very geometric. I just get this in the camera right. So and it's very lumpy, very bumpy. I wanted to make them look as if they were very handmade, great big urns, big vases put together. But this one with the silver as well, so it's very. You can see the glaze on it. It's almost mirror-like. So there we are. That's that one. That's slightly lower than the vase with the tall neck, but this one would look good in the corner of a room or beside a fireplace or something, with a great big bunch of flowers or sort of willow sticks or something coming out of it. Oh, bless you. Oh, the vase is absolutely beautiful. Love the cut. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I'll put that up there. Right, now we're going to go into back into the small range again. Some of these, Dina, are you there? Some of these vases are very small, very low, very small, as I know you like small vases. But I'm going to show you everything we've got anyway. So here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 of the Kintsugi style ones. I shall bring them up and just show you quickly. We'll just go through them. This is a sort of rusty dark red color, and it has the gold markings, the cracks all around, like so. And it's a dark colored glaze inside. When you see it in the light, looking at it as I do, it's a very dark brown glaze, and it's got the cracks going right through inside there. Just the gold, inside and outside. Put that up there. Here's a completely different color. Come round and you can see See where the cracks are. There's the gloss glaze with the fine lines of gold on. There we are, like so. I should try and get myself out the way and you can see it a bit better. And there's a small opening there if you wanted to put flowers or something in. Let's put that up there. So have to make sure that they are standing up. I've got this, in case anyone's worried, this is tilting back on our radiator, so gravity will push them back if they fall, hopefully. Right, here we are. I think this is, when John Boy saw this, this is one of his favourites. It's a tiny little bowl, and it's, if I can hold it up for you properly, and it's in a lovely dark green, but it has some lighter mottled areas in the glaze. You have to sort of see it in real life to get it. But if I hold that up for you, and it's on the inside as well. Oh, I don't know what that I don't know what that was on my phone. Whoops. I haven't heard that before, I don't think. Oops. It's, oh, okay. Elaine, you naughty girl. It looks like you have purchased an item on my website already. Oh, Elaine, thank you so much. And you've bought a vase, a little bowl that I was just about to show everybody. Hurrah! I will show you guys anyway. I think it was this one. I've got two similar, but they are both different. It's, oh God, it's just beautiful. Let me hold it up. These are there's three or four of them altogether. There's two very pale pinks and two slightly deeper pinks, but they are pink, little pink bowls. Absolutely beautiful. The glaze is, it's a new glaze that I've just got because somebody asked me if I had any pink ones, and that's all got the cracks inside. God, that's lots of gold in there. That's really lovely. And also uh, sometimes I can't sort of show people close up enough, but when you're looking at them in real life and you get them yourself, you'll see that some of them are slightly, they're perfectly smooth rims, and they're meant to be because that's how I've done it. Think ones like this, with this Kintsugi one, it's, they're obviously taken from the Japanese where the ornaments are broken, and then they put them all together and fix them. So some of these, the Kintsugi ones, I don't know if I can hold it up. I've just made tiny little, just tiny little gaps there, or divots, or whatever the word is, I don't know. And it's just slightly rough around the top there, as if the item had been broken, and now it's back to a beautiful, beautiful piece again. So it's all just part of the, again, attention to detail, even if it is tiny. Right, I'll show you, before I show you the other three, I'll show you the last one that's coloured. This is a, oops, if I hold this up, this is sort of browns and oatmeal-y colours, very mottled, but it has the gold Kintsugi lines around it, around the top there, down the sides, like that. And there's a, you might not see it there. Oh yes, please. It is that little bit. And this one has a sort of area just at the base there where it's just slightly sort of been worn, as if the glaze has worn off, and I've just put the gold on it completely, just covered it in, so it sort of soaked into the glaze there. Let's put that up there, and we have three of these ones left. This is tiny. Look, that might be better holding it like that. Round. and then round again. Thank you, darling. I'll drink this one.
Okay,
I will.
what are you doing?
I will. So this is one of the slightly deeper pink, and then if I hold it up like this, you can see it's got the little lines inside as well. So that's and that one there, that's smoother. It's not as sort of slightly broken around the edge as the other one. Again, just a different detail. And this one here, this is more of a vase shape. But this one I've done, apart from the kintsugi lines down it, I think that's a nice bit, the way it went like that. And round there is nice as well. But this one, I've done it where it goes, the gold has gone slightly over the lip there, so it shows on the inside of the neck. And the neck of the vase, I've done one of my, where it's sort of blown out, where it's sort of exploded. I love this sort of style where the vase looks as if the top has exploded. So that's that one. Put that there. And the last kintsugi one, which again is in the pink. Oops. I hold this up and you can see it. That one's a slightly different profile to the other bowls. The other bowls are rounded. This one comes up and then goes out, and it has a lip. I'll just turn it around like that, so it has a wider section on the top there, and that's really pretty when you look inside there. And I've just done a lot of them now. I'm trying to put the gold on the inside the same as the outside, so there's a bit there, and then it comes inside there, and just try and sort of follow the same lines. Although you don't pick them up in the house and look at them like a full size one, but it just gives the impression of them. Grace, I'm a pink lover. Yes, and the pink and gold. Well, I was asked to do that, and the lady that asked me, I showed her photos, and she bought one straight away, which was absolutely fantastic. And that's actually one that's gone off to her this morning. Hurrah! I can't wait. Right, okay. I've got a couple more here that these aren't kintsugi now. They're just my more the standard vases without the gold. But I will hold them up. This is just, again, I wanted to do a pink one without the kintsugi, so it's a bit cheaper as well because it hasn't got the gold on it. But this, you probably can't see it in this light, but I used the 2 shades of pink, and I didn't do a line, so that I brushed them in while they were wet. So it starts off very light pink around the top, and it's like what's it when it changes color? Ombre, the way it goes down into the darker pink underneath. But and it's got a little opening at the top there, but just a nice little plain shape there, nice and simple. Right. I don't know. I'll put this light on and just see if that helps to give us some light, because it's starting to get dark here. Right, okay, and then almost away from the pink, this one I've blended pink and lilac together, and I just put it on all over in patches, and then while it was wet, so it's almost put on like a watercolor, and then it just mixes where it does. That's a very pretty one, but the photos, I have to say, look absolutely rubbish. If I saw those photos on a website, I probably wouldn't buy any. But when I see them, face to face, I certainly would have. Right, now, these are all completely different. So I'll show you the shape of that one first. Again, it's not a great light. The light's already going here. You can tell we're moving on from the summer. But this is a coral coloured glaze, and it's actually the coral stripes are gloss, so you might see the light just catching them there. So they're like gloss lines, and the dull colour in between is an undercoat without any glaze on it, and it's actually a mint green colour, a very pale mint green. So it doesn't really look, to me, it doesn't look that good on the screen. Maybe it does when I'm watching it back. But that's very pretty. That was one of John Boy's favourites as well, that one. Okay, let's go. I've done a bowl here. There we are, just a nice sort of oatmeal-y coloured bowl, just a nice plain round shape there. That could be on a shelf or on the floor with some flowers in or something. But I've glazed the inside there a very sort of dark reddy brown. It's really quite nice against the outside oatmeal-y surface on the outside. And let's come here. There we are, different again. This one's lovely in real life. The colouring, the way it mixes. I don't know how well you can see this, but the more you look at it closely, there's pinks and blues and beiges, creams. There's all different colours there. And it's really, really mottled. Looks really nice. Okay. Let's put that over there. Let's grab a bowl here. This is a sort of, I suppose it's a greeny colour, and I've done it the same on the inside as well. It's a nice sort of green colour. What I have noticed with the way the light is going already, or you can see it better there. The way the light is going, I'll have to watch when we're doing our live streams, and maybe we will next time we will maybe sit in the kitchen because we have full LED lights set into the ceiling, and it's sort of more daylight light there. So right here we have something completely different shaped vase at all. Let's move over a bit. This one I've made, you might be able to see it, but I made ridges down it as it was going round on the wheel. So it's sort of textures, you can feel them as you run your finger down them. And then I emphasized that while the glazes were wet, and this was on the wheel, I used a light brown and a darker brown colours, sort of reddy brown, and just did them in lots of little stripes and mixed them over and over. So the whole thing comes up very, very sort of stripy, and the ridges on it just emphasizes those stripes. And then it's got a deep reddy brown inside there. It's really pretty as well. I try to do as many, or get glazes as many different colors as possible. So I've always got a variety for you guys. Oh, lovely. Oh, I love this one, by the way. I love this one. Even photographing this, it actually, I think, came out okay. Let me just see if I move. That might be too bright for everyone. I hope not. There we are. But this one has got you can see there's a gloss glaze on the top there, and then a very deep matte color. It's a teal, the color. It's a very teal matte undercoat, and on the top it's a teal colored glaze. And the glaze, you have to see it in real life, but the actual glaze has tiny flecks in it of a lighter color. So again, it's not showing on this light, but it's actually very, very pretty. It shows up a lot more better over there. But I do like this vase very much. Okay. If John Boy's there, would he be able to come through for Uno Momento? Oh, lovely cup of tea. Oh, here's John Boy.
Hello.
I just what's Dina saying? Sorry guys, I just bought 2 of the Kintsugi ones. Yay! Hurrah! That's brilliant. I've got something else for you as well, Dina. That's all I'm saying. I was going to say this when I hold these up, you really can't see in this light because it's going dark. Do you think if we put the kitchen lights on, is there any way I can get out with this quickly and unplug it? It'll only take a minute and it would be brighter, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe we can do that. I'll just, if you,
If you want me to put the lamps on, that won't make any difference.
it's not going to make, no, that won't help. I just thought we could just unplug and just we can carry you guys into our kitchen and we can sit there and hopefully you'll be able to see better. This one's lovely. Oh, maybe you can see on here. This is the teal coloured glaze that I used for the top of that other vase that I've just shown you, and it shows up a bit more here. Maybe see the tiny patches of light. Look, there's a bit there, just in the middle, and then the light blue above and below with the deep blue speckles. That's just really pretty as well. But yes, maybe we can. I'll see if John Boy comes back and we put lights on, maybe we can go out into the kitchen. Here's another one. Show you this one. That's just a completely different shape again. Are we going to go out into the kitchen?
Yeah.
And that one I've done deep ridges. So that's really definite ridges just to give it a complete. So that's part of the, it looks like cut in part of the design. That's that there. Okay. Let me know when you're ready, John Boy. All right. Okay. I'm going to unplug here.
Be all right.
Yeah, well, the laptop is charged, so we're fine. So we're going to carry you guys out into our kitchen. Oh, lilac and pink. Yes, the vase lilac and pink. I love that mix. Okay. Right. Okay. Bear with us. We're going to move. Do you want to go around that side and I'll get out this side? Oh. Right, let's us all go to the kitchen. Hopefully this is a bit better. Ooh. I bet this hasn't happened on a live before. And there's Georgie. Georgie. Yay.
Okay, what about your... Yes.
And we'll bring things through. And look, here we are, boy. You hate that, don't you? He hates it. Here's Georgie. Right. Yes, if we push this here, and can it go on the dresser? Just lightly where those flowers are. Can it go there?
Right.
Just carefully.
Probably about them falling in or...
Oh yes, because there's vases in it, isn't there?
Mm.
That's okay. We'll just be very careful. Well, it's not a hard tiled floor, so if they fell, they're not going to break. There we are.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, just give my back, everyone.
Oh! This is just too exciting. Can we pull the table closer so people take that down?
All right, cool.
That's when the MOT's due. Right. Okay. There.
Better?
Better. Right. Yes, please. The what? No, I think are we okay now? Is the light, I think the light is better here. Hopefully it is for you guys as well. I've got the small white bowl and the small light sage looking one. Oh, Dina. Hurrah. That's lovely. Love all the vases, but the gold and silver ones really pop. Those ones really do pop. They take much longer to do, and the gold and the silver isn't cheap, like other glazes are. But when I do them, I'm really pleased with them at the end. Oh, Grace, bye-bye, Grace. Someone's saying cheerio. Ah, Lovely to speak to you, Grace. Really, really nice to speak to you. Yes. Oh, that's good. Maybe we can move it slightly over this. No. Okay. Okay. Gosh, it's like being. That's it. Yeah. Feel like I'm on a film set now. That's great. Should we move that? Or does it matter? Doesn't matter, does it? Right. Okay. Now let's hold up some more of these. Let's see. That looks better. The colours. You can see them now. That's a nice little short stubby vase. Oh, Georgie. Yes, he is. He's so loving and adorable. He really is. I think Nigel's outside at the moment. This one has a slightly, it's a satin glaze, and it's not rough, but it's just not as smooth and shiny when you touch it. So it has a more textured, slightly textured feel to it. It's like an oatmeal color, which I think is really nice. Just go in a room with, nice sort of colloquial room with brown furniture and stuff, just a sort of traditional looking colouring. So we'll put that up there.
You say yes to tea?
Oh, please. Here we have little vase here in the very pale blue with some dark blue glass crystals put on it. So it just comes out. Very sweet little thing. There we are. Put that here. And where are we going next? Oh, this one. This is, if I hold this up, this is two, you'll see it's two different glazes completely. It's the oatmeal-y coloured glaze that I've used around the base there. And then the top has again, a very satin glaze. So the two together, it's not really shiny. But the glaze on top has little pale crystals in, so it gives a bloom like they just come out when they're being fired. So it just makes it look very sort of organic looking. I'll hold that up for you. There you can just see it carefully. When you see these in real life, all of you that have bought my vases, you all say the same thing. So I can absolutely guarantee when you actually receive a vase, then and you see it in real life, it's a whole lot better. I'm a rubbish businessman and a completely rubbish photographer. I'm hoping one day that I can actually meet somebody that can that does photography. I don't know. I might do a search or something, see if I can find someone that can actually give me a little helping hand, just to put me in the right direction. Here's another little sort of urn-shaped one, just up with a little neck at the top there. I'll hold that up for you, and that's sort of like pinky reddy shades, but very, very mottled. And what I do like with some of these glazes is the around the edge, the sharp edge of the vase there, the glazes sit sort of in between it around the neck and down the side, but on the actual extremity there, they sort of go lighter and wear thinner around the top there, and that just adds all to the whole look of the vase, basically. So let's put that one up there. Brilliant. Okay, let's make sure that's standing. I'll just grab one at random here. Here we have a pretty bowl shape. And this is a dark, almost like a sort of denim blue, like a dark denim blue color. You can see hopefully you can see that if the light's on it, okay. And then inside, and it's a sort of one of the satin glazes again. So it's just got a slight sheen to it. Can't get my face out the way. The problem with me doing my live streams is the camera is completely reversed. So everything you see looks as if it's on the right hand side, but it's actually on the left. So every time I think I'm moving into the screen, I'm actually moving out the wrong way. But anyway, we will get there. If I show you the inside, we have a gloss glaze there of, it's a sort of white colour that I used around the outside, and then mixed a blue on the inside, and then brushed it around while it was wet. So it's just given the impression of very light outside, going deeper and deeper into the actual centre of the bowl there.
Okay.
Cup of tea. Thank you very, very much, my lovely.
Okay.
Bless you. Thank you. I'll drink it. I will. So, and this one again, I've just done some, before it was fired, just done some nibbles out the edge there. I like to call them little nibbles, just to make it sort of a little bit organic. It's just styles of vases that I like, and when I see these in real life, if they're not always so perfect, then it just adds a little bit of interest. I'll put that. Oh, and by the way, not that I'm trying to sell it, because it doesn't matter, you know, what happens. But I've started putting furniture in the furniture section, and that section is actually going to just be everything that isn't vases. So there could be anything in there that it might not even actually be furniture, could be a painting or something or whatever. But I've started putting pieces in there and dropped a little video to show you. That's some of the things that I sent off first thing this morning after the video went. Thank you so much for buying those. But I just thought, oh, it's good. I've got some furniture now in the shop on show, and now it looks like there's hardly anything in it, which is brilliant. But we have got loads of furniture that we've been saving, collecting, getting from here and there, and all nice stuff that we like. But we're, just because of our space and everything that we have, basically, it's got so much, as a lot of you know, I've decided, because I have a website, I'm going to start selling pieces. But I did put a table and chairs, 4 chairs and a table. I think it was an oval shaped table, I can't remember now, in a dark brown wood, and the chairs have a dark red sort of velvet back to them. And just to get an idea of prices, so that I could charge a lot cheaper, because everything I put on, if I find out a price that these exact things are going for, I'll make sure they're a lot cheaper than where they're being asked elsewhere. And I just took a Google photo of the chair on its own, and I found it on eBay and selling on Amazon, and it was £9 or £9.99 for the chair, which was absolutely, I can't remember what we paid, but I don't think that it was that much. But I've put the 4 chairs and the table on, and I think I'm asking £18 for the whole set. So it's things like that. If I find things and I see different prices that they're for sale for, I'll make sure I've halved it or whatever, just to get ours sold, and people will have them around the world and love them, and that's what's really pleasing me. So here we go. Here's another one. This is more just slightly slanted, going up to the top there. And this is a lovely glaze again. It's lighter at the top and just goes darker as it smudges down now around near the base there. You can, but when you see them up close, they're very there's more and more detail, the mottled patterning in them. From a distance, they look one color, but when you see the glazes up close, there's loads of stuff going on within the glaze, which is really, really nice. And then it's a lighter glaze inside there. So I haven't done that one too fine and thin. I wanted that one just slightly more solid looking, slightly more chunky looking. It's just enjoying making different variations, different colors, different shapes, different sizes. And also, because I love doing that, but also it then gives all of you guys much more variety to choose from. This little bullet shaped one, I think they're called bullet vases. This one I photographed so many times, and in the end I gave up and just put it on the website. And the photo, I could not stop that looking white, the top bit. And I don't know what it looks like in the camera here properly, but it's a very pale sky blue glossy glaze, and it's a really lovely blue. But I could not get that looking nice. It just overexposed the whole time, and I couldn't change the exposure at all. And then I've got the teal glaze at the bottom there. If I hold that up, and you can see I think on here you can see the little blobs of lighter colour in the dark glaze. It's really pretty. But the blue and the dark green is lovely together. But as I said, this looks, I won't swear, but it does look crap on on my side. Oh dear. I so need someone that knows what they're doing with the camera. I've had lots of advice from lots of you, well, a few of you, which has been brilliant. And I think I've just made another. Here we have another color here, color, but again, it's got lots going on in the glazes, and it's just got that, you can see as it catches the light, just that very fine ridge around there as I've turned it on the wheel. And sometimes as you're making these, you can get the ridges and things, and then it's up to you whether you smooth off that edge or not, which is so easy to do. So that's why a lot of the vases are just smooth. But now and again, where I smoothed out so much, and then I've left little areas like that, because I just think on the wide part of that vase, it looks nice with a slight ridge around it. And it just, they're tiny, but it gives it detail in that tiny object. And I just adore them. I really love doing them. I think hopefully that shows in my work when you see my work. Hopefully it shows, and because I so enjoy them, I really do. Right, here we are, another shape completely. It on the wheel as it turned, and I did them while each one, so there's not a sharp line anywhere. It all just blends from one colour into the other and then back again. So just a lovely little effect there. And that's got a wide base. A lot of my vases, you know, that shape, they're very narrow at the bottom and then come out. But now and again, I like to do them that way up. Why not? Oh, and I must tell you as well, I must have a sip of my Chicago tea. Oh, that's still nice and hot. Isn't John Boy a good boy? He allows me to carry on doing what I do, what I love best. And everything else just happens around me. And I'm sure he thinks a lot of the time that I take it for granted, but not a day goes by. Not a day goes by. How lucky am I? But yes, I hope this shows in my work and my passion for what I do. This one, sort of almost ball shaped, but it's got a slightly narrower base than it has at the top there. It's a nice opening if you want to put some little flowers and things in. But that's it's not showing up great in the camera, but that's more of a yellowy glaze there. It looks sort of like a light brown, but it's slightly on the yellow side, and a coral color that is. It's actually a corally color. There we are. Put that up there. Oh, I'm not going to try and fiddle around and stand them up. I know you can't see them much from there, but I just want to put somewhere out of the way after I've shown you. Look at this one. I love this one. Love this one. Right, let me hold this up to show you. There we are. Again, it hasn't got sharp ridges. Well, I've dug into it as the wheel goes round. It's just got some very, very light ridges where I put the ridges in, and then I went over it with a small metal blade just to smooth it off slightly, but not completely, so that when I put the glaze on, it sort of sits almost in the on the ledges sort of thing, and it just gives that slight light and dark effect. But that is all actually the same color glaze throughout. But then on the inside, we go a gorgeous paler blue on the inside, and it actually goes down into, oh, you can't see it properly, I know you can't, it goes down into a really sort of pale, I don't know what color, it's like a pistachio, very pale pistachio green, and it just blends from one shade to the other on the inside. It's actually, in real life, this one just looks lovely. The color in here doesn't do them justice, I have to say. Who'd have thought all these years ago that now, all this time later, you guys and me and John Boy are all sitting in the kitchen. Well, John Boy's in the living room, but sitting in the kitchen in Clacton-on-Sea, having a chat. What's everyone's saying? Richard and John Boy, my co-workers, are giving you a big hello from the US. Oh, Mary, your co-workers. Oh, but hello, everybody. Love to all you co-workers. I hope you're all having a good day. I really do. I really, really do. Deborah saying, Richard, the small ones are 1/24th scale. Well, funny you should say that, Deborah. And because the really small ones can be 1/24th scale if it was a reasonably large vase in that 1/24th scale house. But when you think about it, in real life, you can get vases, you can get little rose vases that are only so high in real life. Only I used to have a vase was about 4 inches high, and it was just to put a rose in. Or you can get ones as tall as me that are 6 foot high. So all of these vases all go in a 1/12 scale house, and they would just be a nice big vase for a house that size, or a little vase for that. They all would fit, and depending on what else they're with, then they're in proportion and they look good. This one, I've got to show, this one took me longer than any of the vases I made this time round. I'll try and hold it up closely so you can see. If I can get my big head out the way. But it's got I've gone from a light blue here with sort of mottled light bits in it to a greeny colour in the middle, and then a yellow colour on the top. And then after I switched the wheel off and stopped blending them, I got a very fine brush that I use for the kintsugi to put the kintsugi gold on. And around the top there, I just dabbed round like that and just turned the vase round and just dabbed. So the two colours, the yellow and the green there, were just slightly mixing. If I hold it up so you can see at the top there. So it's given it almost like a sort of repeat pattern, but you can see it's handmade. It's not done by a machine. I can hold that up right for you. But I was really, really pleased with that one. And as small as it is, let me see what it is. If it was in the house, it is 20 millimeters, so 2 centimeters tall, that would sit in your house. But that's, and I did it, we used to call them monkey nuts that we have, well, we still do call them monkey nuts, that we eat in the UK, and obviously I'm sure around the world in places. But they're shaped like a monkey nut, where you break it open and you find 2 or 3 nuts in it, and it sort of bumps like that vase does. So I call that one my monkey nut vase. Why not? And if it was yours, you could call it what you want. There we are. We've got about half a dozen or 8 vases left to show you. Again, this one's just a nice, that's more of an open vase at the top. So you may, if you have that, you may want to put something in it. You don't have to, obviously. But this one, the glaze on it that I used, it sort of runs a little bit. So it's after it's put on and it's fired, bits will just start moving. It's a very, very, I can't remember the word, but the glaze moves around a lot when it's firing. So that comes up and it's very sort of, I don't know, sort of light browny oatmeal color, and the white in it is a sort of off-white, and you can just see. I'll show you it there. You can just see the glaze is showing through, but very, very organic looking the way it's come out. I was very pleased with that one. I was pleased with them all, very pleased with them all. And you guys know that I get excited over anything to do with doll houses. And when I did these the other morning or the night overnight, and after breakfast, I went out and the kiln was at 80 something degrees, and you can't open it then, all the glazes will crack. And I went back again about an hour later, then it was a slightly lower, but not anywhere near as low. And it was way into mid-afternoon before I was able to open the kiln. And I thought I'd done it early enough that I could open it after breakfast. And the day nearly killed me with excitement because you can't open and have a look and then close the kiln again. So I was so excited opening them, as I always am. But there's that one there with a nice little opening. That's a gloss glaze. And it's just got little slight mottled colours again all over it. Different patches here and there. It's a very sober colour, that one. This is a pinky and beige sort of colour mixed. Again, this is a glaze that does a lot of movement, a lot of moving around. It's a sort of lilac coloured glaze, this one, more than a pinky or pinky lilac, I'll say. Oh, hold it up on the screen. That would help. And that's slightly fatter than some of the vases. But as well, when you're looking at the website, if you do, it would be lovely if you had a look. Do remember to I've measured purposely. I've measured all the size of them completely and the width of them, the widest part, and got the millimeters down as they are. So I've changed that in every advert of different vases. So do look at that, and then you can get a tape yourself or a measuring a ruler, and you can then even mark it on a bit of paper so you can see how wide it would sit and how tall it would be before you purchased it. Right, this one. This is another one where the top of the vase just looks white, and it's not. It's a very pale lilac colour. I don't know if that's showing up here. It's a very, very pale lilac, and it's a gloss glaze, and the bottom half of it, before the glaze dried, I brushed on a matte glaze underneath that, a very, very light green glaze. And where the two meet, as it was in the kiln, it's come out. I don't know if you can see it around where the join is with the matte glaze and the gloss glaze. It's got a very like a sort of volcanic texture around the join there, which I loved that it did that, and I didn't know it was going to, but now I know I can use that when I'm on purpose, when I want that to be seen in vases. But it just came out that way, and I was very, very pleased with it. But the light green and the very pale lilac, I thought went well together. Oh, and leave that there, and we've got 4 to go. That's a glaze I used in one of the other vases that comes out, sort of runs, but a completely different shape. And this one I've done very organic. I've done lots of deep ridges, shallow ridges, So it's very, and the glaze, I really put on quite a few layers and then layered it on and layered it on. So it's almost lumpy. You know, it's got it's almost, it has its own life really. You can see it sort of changes shape whichever way you turn it round. Really pleased with that one. And that's got the little opening at the top there. Let's put that one up there. Oh. 3 to go. Here we have a little straight-sided bowl, just a V-shaped bowl, but not too narrow on the base. It's got a wide-ish base. And I've just done that a sort of electric blue, like just a dark royal blue, dark rich blue. But the top is wide enough that so when you can look into it in the room, oops, so I don't drop it, you can see it's got the pale blue glaze inside with the blue crystals. I sprinkled some blue glass on the inside there and let it dry and then fired it. So and that's a gloss glaze as well. So the whole thing's sort of glossy. But I think that was quite nice with the deep blue outer surface. Okay, 2 left. We have this little bad boy. I don't even know what that means. Who knows? See, you know, everyone should have been saying this from birth. It just explains everything, and it makes everyone not care about things. Anyway, there we are. This is an actual white coloured glaze. It is a white, so it's not a pale anything. It's just white colour. Well, white isn't a colour. Black and white aren't colours, but that's what we call them for convenience sake. And then I've brushed on, like dabbed on with a tiny little stubby brush. So it's like when I do this sort of effect, it's like a stippling that you would do on furniture when you're painting furniture. But I use a tiny brush, and I've cut the brush off short, so it's a few millimeters in length but stubby, so I can get glaze on and then I can dab it all over. You have to have small tools to work on such small areas. But and then there's just a nice satin blue glaze there, so it goes from the white gloss into the blue satin glaze. Again, just giving all different textures. Just different, everyone different. And it makes them more unique. And this is last but not least, this one is a purple and yellow vase. The base on it is slightly bigger than the neck, so it's narrower at the top than it is at the bottom. But it's got the lilac, the purple around the bottom of it, the yellow on the top, and then I went round again just with a very fine brush there, just to smudge the two together. You can see it better like that. So again, it makes it not exact and not predictable. So your eyes, if things are more organic, in anything. If you see an object and it's painted, I don't know what, but just say it's painted red, blue, white, green, these sections, your eyes just see those colors instantly, and psychologically you just take the object in and accept it. That's it. But as soon as your eyes see colors that aren't definite and one goes into the other, and they're not dead straight lines, your mind psychologically wants to analyze it longer. It takes longer to analyze the color. I'm rubbish at explaining things, but I read that, but in not the same words, obviously, in intelligent words. But that's what happens. So I think that's why I do quite a lot of work when I sort of mix colors and make colors change into other colors, because it's just gives more interest. And when you think about it, these are all very tiny objects. So you want something of interest to want to look at it and see that it's something of hopefully of beauty. But that's how I feel when I'm making them anyway. And that's just fit nicely. Just make sure that one's standing up. There we are. So you won't see them properly, but we've gone to the two big boys at the top there, the big Kansuki vases, down to the little baby, little bitty titty baby ones. So I think, and also, I never made this, but just talking of vases, that's because I like Art Deco. This is it's a pearlescent glaze, and it's Art Deco shape, 1920s. And I'll take them out, but it's got some very cheap sweets in it that sometimes I can't stop eating. They're absolutely fabulous, and they're cheap as chips. Let's take those out, and I'll show you the base of it. I think it's beautiful. There we are. These were made. This is called Malinware, and it was made in Newcastle upon Tyne, which is in the UK, up north. Which I have been there many times in the past. Lovely. But yes, I love old bowls like that and old vases. So I just realised it was in the video there. So and there's some of John's bunnies as well on the shelf up there. Those ones and there. Fabulous. So let me grab some tea before it goes cold. I'm just reading some of your comments. Beth Gaith, I love this. Oh, thank you, Beth. Thank you. Oh, could be a sale. It could be a sale. All very welcome, Rachel. I've carried you with me on my phone around the house while you framed a mirror and repaired a floor for your Percy's library room box. Oh, wonderful! You're doing a library room box. Next step, order a vase. Oh, how fabulous! And by the way, when you have done your room box, if any of you do room boxes or do rooms or houses or anything, if you want to ever email photos and ask me or request, then I will at any time try and put the photos up when I'm doing a video. And I can just say, oh, by the way, one of the family, whoever, have sent, just wanted to show us their whatever, library room or whatever, and then I'll just put them up on the video, and then everyone else can see what you've done as well. I think that would be nice as well, so we can all share each other's work, because it's just lovely. Oh, Nigel's come in. Nigel, we've just got more. Oh, here's Nigel. Nigel, come here. Come here, baby. Look, here he is. He's like King Kong, like, come on, you. Come on, you. Are you going to say hello? Oh, he's purring already. He's purring already. He loves it. You do, don't you? You love it. You can tell he hates all this. I don't know why. He says, I don't know why I have to put up with it, but it's what my daddies do. There we are. You don't realise there's a lot of people around the world watching you. Yes, it is. Oh, look at him with his legs crossed. His little paws. Go on then. You're going to go on that chair. Oh, there we are. Okay, let me just see the comments and then we should call it a day, I think. Oh, M, up north, where the girls are tough and don't need a winter coat. It is actually colder up north. Martine lives it's still in the UK, but higher up than us. And just when you think the size of the UK is so small, really, on the map, but the difference between down here and up there, I used to live in Scotland, which is right up the top, as a lot of you will know. And I used to drive down to visit my sister, who already lived back down in the UK. And every time, summer or winter, it didn't matter. When I drove from Scotland, the 8-hour drive down to the south here, the temperature gauge on the car always dropped 3 degrees, nearly always 3 degrees. So that was great living up there and down here and moving backwards and forwards. And over the years, it's happened every time. If you go up to Scotland, the temperature drops 3 degrees, and coming back down, it raises again 3 degrees. So it just shows you a tiny, and you know, the UK is this size compared to America. Oh, and by the way, America, another sale. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much. Really, thank you. I was going to say to America, you are huge. I knew that all along. This is nothing new. But the good thing is, what's really good with shipping to different places all around the states, I am getting to know more where all the states are than where they're placed. And that I just find so interesting, just to find that, to realize when I'm sending something to Manitoba or whatever in Canada, up in Canada, I know where it is. I know where it is in the whole land mass, or California, or you know, all these different places, Texas, Florida. Well, I know where Florida is because I've been there, but you know what I mean. The more I'm sending to places around the world, and sent to Belgium today, which I knew where Belgium was. But it's just great knowing there's so many of the 50 odd states in the USA that to actually know now and have more idea up here where places are. When I'm sending my vases or items to those places, it's just nice to know where in the world they're going. Oh, Beth, you think they're beautiful, but your favourite one is already sold. Oh dear. I do hate when that happens. I really do. Pamela, thank you, Pamela. It's lovely always speaking to you, Pamela. I feel like I know you and all of you, just dear friends. I really can't emphasize that enough. It's just brilliant. King Kong is one of your favorite films. It still makes you cry. Oh, bless you, Martine. It's all right. We know her. She's our dear friend. The woman's an idiot. She cries over King Kong. I remember going on the King Kong ride in Universal Studios when I went to America years ago. We went on the King Kong ride. That was so funny. I loved it. And we went on the Jaws ride as well. That was brilliant. And a lot of others. Oh, yes, Jersey girl. Nigel came up to say hello to you. Oh, also, if I've missed any of your comments that I haven't answered, I absolutely do apologise. It feels mad on this end when I'm trying to show you all my beautiful little treasures, but also trying to keep up with what everybody's saying. Yeah, I agree. A world map. Yeah, absolutely, Cheryl. It's honestly, it's just the learning the different areas and where you are and compared to the rest of the land mass. It's absolutely, I love it. It's absolutely brilliant. It interests me no end. And doing this, actually shipping to different places and looking on purpose to see where they are. It's a teaching, a learning curve. So I'm learning stuff all the time, which is absolutely brilliant. Just thinking the same about a map. I have my oh, Denise, you have your UK map right on the table beside me to study. Ah, so then I get there, I'll eventually know where I am going. What a good idea, Denise. You know, I don't know if we can. We must be able to get one somewhere, but it would be great. Not what's the word? Not dissing the rest of the world, but especially America, because there's so many places and they're all blocked off. It would be nice to have a map with, you know, with America, so I could actually look at it, and then I could put little marks on or pins or something of the places that I've sent vases to. Now that would be brilliant. See, now I won't sleep again tonight because I don't know where I'll get a map of America. I mean, we haven't got the space to put a whole map of the world up anywhere. There's so much artwork and stuff on every wall. But that would be good as well, that you could just put pins in everywhere you've sent your items. Oh, I saw the original King Kong movie when I was 7, and it scared the bejesus out of me, Dina. Funny. Oh, Richard. Oh, you said that. You said that already. Telepathy. Oh, bless. See, Martine, you know me too well. I'm just getting old and senile, aren't I? You know, I'll say things and it's already been said for me. What can I say? Oh, oh, bless you all. Karen, I've been listening in from the middle of the USA. Oh, in Iona. I know where that is in the USA. Oh, brilliant. And you love it when our cat visits. Oh, and I see your little icon when you Karen when you make comments on YouTube, and I see your little icon, and I always think, oh, there she is again. What's she saying now? And I get all just want to know. What does Kim Carruthers say? I've loved this tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kim, for being here. Really, thank you. I'm in Carlisle, Cumbria. I've been to Carlisle. I used to live in Scotland. I wonder if I ever saw you when we lived there. Hubby Tom and daughter Amy. Oh, my granddaughter's called Amy. I've gone to take to the Lake District. I've been there as well. Well, I went with John Boy to the Lake District, and they've gone kayaking. Oh, and wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you, Ken. Lovely to speak to you from Carlisle as well. I've got stories of when I lived in Scotland that I will tell all you guys at some point. Or maybe while I'm doing a tutorial, or maybe if I just sit and do a video and tell you. But I've got some lovely tales and funny tales over the years that I lived in Scotland. I also lived in Wales for 4 years, and I've got some stories from there as well. I've had a very fun, interesting life. Yes, Dina. Yes, we all love chatting together. Um, yes, that is a good idea. That's obviously been said, Jersey Girl. The everyone on the map. We could have a map, and then everyone that speaks to us, we can put a pin where they are. I'll have to think about this. Yes, I'll have to think about this. Maybe on the side wall of my work of John Boy and my workshop, as you see in the background, there's a big painting of, well, half painting of flowers that I started years ago and couldn't be bothered with anymore. That can always just come down. That would be big enough to put a nice big world map on the back. So that would be in the back of the videos to one side, and then I can, all the places I know already that I've sent vases to, I can put pins in, and whoever makes comments where you're from, it doesn't matter if you bought anything or not, but where you're from, I could put pins on. I think I should uh, get myself a world map. I've never bought a map before. How crazy is that? But now it's like I've just it's like I've just worked out that you can get maps. The excitement is ridiculous. What am I, a child? John John Boy says he's got some maps upstairs. Oh my goodness! See,
I've got two big atlases that were my dad's.
oh
I
yes, the
like
big
that.
atlases.
Because I like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Your dad's old atlases. But I'm thinking of the big posters.
I
I know you
like
see in
them.
films sometimes with the big
Yeah.
poster of the world. We could maybe fit one of those in the workshop on the wall. That'd be
Pretty good
crazy.
idea.
Yeah,
Put pins in it
yeah.
every time you send something.
Put pins. See, I just said that. He's not even listening. He's not even listening. He just pretends he listens. Dina, I lived in the Azores for 2 years and southern Spain for 2 years. Absolutely loved it. I went to Spain a few times, but I went there once years ago for a whole month, and I went as a student to learn when I was trying to learn Spanish, um, and it was brilliant. I went to all different places. I went on my own, went to all different places, but I was staying for the whole month in Granada, down in the south, and I loved it there. Really, really enjoyed it. That's where they have where the Alhambra is, which is a fantastic palace, absolutely fantastic. That was just the tiles and the architecture, absolutely fantastic. Um, Deborah, love your stories. Oh, bless. Yes. Oh, well, I have plenty that will all come over time, I'm sure. Mona, wish you a happy birthday and have the best time to you all. Goodbye today. Thank you all. Thank you, Mona. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so, so much. It's been a real joy, real joy. It really has. Uh, um, oh, Martine, I would love a globe. Yes. Do you have a laundry one? Uh, Martine, by the way, I've got a miniature 12 scale globe, and I can just send you that. You can have you can have your globe. It just might not be able to see very well, but it's still a globe. Globe is a globe. uh, Dina, it would be so fun to see the pins of all of us and see where we were all from during the live streams. Yes. Okay. Well, I'm going to look into this, and we'll look into Mapgate, as I'm now calling it. let's do something about Mapgate. That would be fun. Italian. No, it's yeah. No, that's that is Martine. Martine, by the way, as a lot of you know, is the wonderful, talented Martine that makes food, miniature food that literally looks like real food. I was saying to Martine yesterday, I think we were chatting on the phone, and I said that our neighbour next door had come in, and she has nothing to do with doll houses at all, but she knows that that's my job, and she talks about it from time to time. And while she was in, I showed her all the things that you'd sent us, Martine, and she was absolutely gobsmacked, literally. She kept looking at things and then looking at me, and she looked like a deer in headlights. And she kept looking again because she couldn't believe that you'd made something that not only can you tell what it was, but it looked like it had just been made, the actual texture and everything. And she honestly, well, I felt the same, but she was just in shock. And she says, I've never ever seen anything made so perfectly like this. So you are well loved, and your talent is next to nothing. It really is. Um, Everyone's having a lovely, lovely chat. Oh, Rhonda, me too, Cheryl. I can only hope to get to Martine's skill level. We can all hope to get to Martine's skill level, Cheryl. Martine sent me sent me the book, and that's been part of my bedtime reading. Obviously, you all know when I go off to bed, it's book out time and what I'm reading, and it's just fascinating reading about the recipes of the Fimo clay, mixing translucent with the white, and to get different thicknesses so you can see through it or whatever, and then adding colours and things. So at one point, guys, I might have a go at making some kind of food. And really, basically, I might do that just to give you all a good laugh because you were a sale. Brilliant. Um, as you already know, you've seen Martine's work and you adore Martine's work. So for me to make something to show you would only purely obviously be to give you a good laugh. So you can see just how good Martine's work is. That's all I'm saying. But at some point I'll do that just for a laugh. And I will show you whatever mess I have made. Yes, Wanda, you agree. Martina, skill level is absolutely amazing. I don't know how she does it. Oh, well, you should be pleased to hear that, sweetie, because you're just a brilliant woman anyway. But your work is fantastic. I mean, you're the fantastic woman anyway to have known and know, and your work is all right, but you're still a fantastic woman. And your sense of humor is so the same as mine. It's ridiculous. Anyway, um, Dina, Rhonda, if you haven't seen Martine's fried eggs, you are missing out. You're so realistic. I don't know if that just sounds like a joke that English people would laugh at, but or if you were meaning it to be a joke. But yes, I have seen Martine's fried eggs, and I'm proud to say that. Oh dear. Oh Dina, we will probably have something going to you at some point soon. Who knows? Oh. Yes, Jersey girl. You'd love to buy some of Martin's food. I know that would be something. We can all live in hope, and we can and all concentrate on that at different points in our days, and let's see what happens in the future. That's all I'm saying. Uh, Rhonda, Rhonda, Rhonda Costanza, Dina. I know, right? I love when Americans say "I know," right? I I do that a lot in the UK, and it never sounds right because it's an English accent. But in my head, I'm American when I'm talking, when I say things like that. But that's brilliant. Yeah, you could eat her food. You wouldn't get very full, but you could eat it. You might get quite ill with it, but you could eat it. If it was your food, you could do what you want with it. Oh dear. Maybe that's where I went wrong. I've been eating real food, and that's why I've been trying to lose a few pounds. Mind you, I have £7 so far, and I haven't put it back on. Which John Boy had to remind me the other day that that's actually half a stone. Who knew? Oh dear. I used to like your chat, Richard. Oh, bless you. Dina says I care. Oh, that's lovely. And I hope you guys are okay with the way I've set the chat on YouTube, because the settings you can have it to, I can't remember what they call it, but you can set it for a certain time, so many seconds. So I'm hoping that everyone can read the comments nice and easy before the next comments come up. Some videos I've watched, like live streams of other people, and when you look at the screen, when I've come on and you're looking at the screen, but it's going so fast, some of them you can't really catch what everybody's saying. And I just thought in our group, I think things are just a little bit calmer, and that's how I like it. And I hope you've enjoyed it as well, everybody. Oh, well done, Richard. You're looking good. Oh, by the way, I had a haircut today, as you can see. We can thank John Boy for the haircut. He put the clippers over my hair, and I've had a beard trim. So before I came on today, this morning after breakfast, he got the stuff out and the clippers and everything, and says, "Sit down. I need to do this. I was beginning to look like a werewolf, but not in a good way. Um, Deborah, I love your English accent. Oh, bless you. My accent, because I was born in London, but I moved when I was 2, so I didn't get what we call a Cockney accent. And then we moved around the UK to where I am at the moment, then across the other side into Wales when I was a youngster, and then as a teenager up to Scotland for many years before coming down to York on the east side of the UK. So I actually did a complete circle through the years, for one reason or another, on the UK. So my accent has never been in one place long enough to grab onto anything in particular. So I think it's what you call a sort of middle of the road accent. But I love what I do love. I am so I don't know what the word is, but I get, as you know, I get so excited over a lot of things, and the times that I was going over to the States, over to New York, and upstate New York, and City Island and Manhattan. But after, sometimes we go for about 3 weeks, sometimes 4 weeks at a time, and I would just be so excited all the time. Obviously, as you can imagine, and it would be ridiculous that I didn't even realize that I was sort of putting on a fake American accent when I was talking, because everyone around me had this accent. So I was, my slur was changing, and my partner at the time, he was Scottish, and he couldn't do. I think, with a strong Scottish accent, it's hard to actually do other accents if you already have a strong accent yourself. But he used to look at me and just shake his head, and he'd say, "You've gone all Scottish again, all American again." And I'd be talking. At one point, I'd be so excited. We'd be with other people that we were there with, family or whatever, and all of a sudden he'd point out that as I was talking, at the end of every sentence, I would go up. I didn't know I was doing it. It was brilliant. I loved it. Oh, I'm sorry to say, Richard, that the £7 you lost, I found. Oh, Rhonda. God love you. Well, if you ever feel the need to give it back, honey, feel free. I have space to put it back on. I really do. I'm sorry. Sorry that I did that. I didn't mean to. You know I didn't mean that. Oh, Denise is going. Bye-bye, Denise. Signing off now. It's been delightful to be with everyone. And so lovely to speak to you, Denise. We were chatting about something, and I'm glad you're everything's a lot better now. And say hello to Zoe, please, when you go back to work. Your lovely colleague, Zoe. Can you get her to pop over and teach me how to take photos? Because I know how good she is at her job. But lovely to speak to you. Thank you. Oh, bless. Yeah, bye, Denise. Bye-bye. Kathy, I'm the same way when I go to North or South Carolina. See, you're obviously in America, the size of America, the accents change so much, like absolutely change. Where, because I was going more over to New York than anywhere else, it was obviously a stronger New York accent. And that's why every now and again I was dying to go out to the cafe so we can have a coffee. I just absolutely loved it. In fact, I was speaking like this in I can't remember the place, but I remember the guy that worked in there or owned the place, and I said a few things, but very briefly. But then he heard me talking to my partner, and he came over to say to me, like, "My God, I didn't realize you were actually British." because when I heard you and you placed your order, I thought you were local, which I was, to me, I thought that was such a lovely thing to say, such an honoured thing to hear. So I felt like I'd passed a little test then, which is brilliant. But I love the way different people speak and the different accents, the Spanish accents and Italian accents. I love it. I do love it all. Come back over here. I'll teach you Southern. I'd like to hear you talking Southern. When we hear that on the TV, I sometimes try and copy it very badly, I'm sure, but I do love a Southern lilt as well. Bye, Mary. Oh, lovely. So nice to chat with you. And yeah, same to you, Dina. Bye, Mary. Oh, that's lovely. It took me 2 years to lose 70 pounds, still working on the last 10. Cheryl, that's amazing. And that's good. You probably know already, and I'm no connoisseur on the ins and outs of weight loss, but it's great to lose weight, any kind of amount of weight over a long time, and not to just stop eating everything or drink liquid from now on until you've lost your goal weight. Because as soon as people have a diet like that, they lose the weight they want to lose and then they come off their diet, and of course their natural way of eating can put the weight back on again. And I've always believed that, personally, that diets aren't really a good thing, because a diet is just you changing your way of eating to lose an amount of weight, and then when you finish that, you don't carry on, you just change your way back to the normal way. So I think just to eat as healthy as you can, and just gradually, just with John Boy and me, I must say, in our private lives, we can sit down to watch TV on a Friday evening and a Saturday and a Sunday, and we can stuff our faces with big bags of crisps, not the single packs, but we can have a bag of crisps each, sitting watching a film, and 2 hours, 2.5 hours later, or as the evening goes on, you realize there's nothing much left in the bottom of the bag. So if you can just curb that, which I've been doing, and having crisps out of a bag, but then rolling the bag up and thinking, right, you've had enough now, and put it down, forget about it until another night. And that is just gradually helping me lose a pound here and there over weeks. And also it's harder to put the weight back on, so I'm told, if you lose it gradually. If you lose weight in a really fast diet, then you stop that, apparently you put it on quicker again. But anyway, I digress. And Kathy, oh, bye everyone. It's been great. Take care. Oh, I'm in the wrong place here. Lovely to speak. Lovely to speak to you, Kathy. Oh, thank you, Kathy. If you haven't gone for buying all the things that you've bought so far, every time I send to you and see your name, I just feel like I'm posting off to a friend, which is absolutely fantastic. So thank you. Thank you very much, Kathy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mary, do you have a PO box for gifts? Right, Mary, I don't have a PO box. I don't know what it's like in different countries, but I did look that up because quite a few of you have chosen to send something, which is nothing disappears when it's been sent to us. I have to say, it's all kept and it's all loved and all cherished. But I did look in the UK. I did look into having a PO box, so that people could just send. But I can't remember now. I just remember dismissing it right away because I can't remember how much it is a month, but it's a ridiculous amount of money every month to have a PO box, and we might only get something sent 1 month, and then maybe someone else sends something 2 months later or whatever, and it's every month. It's I don't want to sound mean or stingy, but because I only make money through YouTube, through having a Dollhouse commission now and again, through selling my vases, that is the total income I have coming in each month. And if I don't get a lot of sales, or I haven't got a house to do for somebody, then I'm enjoying doing my own houses and showing everyone on YouTube. But as each week goes by, I'm not making a weekly or a monthly wage. So to have a PO box at the moment, I can't justify financially. I'm being honest. So you can, what everyone else has done is, if you email me on my richminiatures@gmail.com, I put my email address a lot in the description box under my videos. But if you email me, then I can give you our home address, and things that come to us just come directly to our home. I don't mind doing that. All you guys are very, very lovely people, and I don't think my address isn't going to fall into the hands of somebody that wants to do something horrible in the world. We don't have those sort of people watching us, hopefully. I'm sure if there are, then they won't comment. They'll just sit and watch. But who knows? And who cares? So anyway, Mary, if you write to me, I shall give you my address. Well, John Boy and my address. Cheryl, what's been going on here? You didn't want to be buried in a piano box. Oh, a PO box. Well, excellent. Well done. What's Deborah Mercado saying? You did pass Jersey and New York accents. Oh, bless you. Bless you, Joyzy girl. Fabulous. That's what I love about some actors and actresses on TV. When you see them in films, and for the life of you, you think they are that, American or English or whatever. And then when you see them in interviews on TV, you realize they're the complete opposite. If you hadn't already known the actors or the actresses, they're very, very clever people when they do it properly. Yeah, that is funny, Kathy, saying that. How funny. Kathy Silver, I have a Jersey accent, LOL. And why I live in Jersey and Portugal. Oh, brilliant. Excellent. Deborah, they make fun of me here in Massachusetts. A completely different accent. They don't even pronounce their R's. Ah, that's funny. Well, interesting, Jersey girl, because where we live now in Essex, which is our county on the east coast of the UK, a lot of the people that have been brought up here and are from Essex, I'm not, but the people that are from Essex, a lot of them in general don't sound their T's. They sound their R's, but they don't sound their T's. So if they're, I can't see, as soon as you think of a T, I can't think of a word. Water, for the start. I would say to John Boy, can I have a glass of water? In Essex, it's, can I have a glass of water, please? Oh, well, usually they don't even say please if they speak like that, but oh dear. I'm awful on it. I know I am. I'm awful. Oh dear. Kathy, it's a cost to get a PO box. You would think the postal system would be happy not to drive and drop off to all the homes. You would think that, Kathy, wouldn't you? That it would actually be cheaper for them to just charge a little bit for a PO box than what it costs the postman to do their rounds to the houses personally all the time, because their wages are far more. Absolutely, you're right. Absolutely right. Kathy, Richard, I love your laugh. Oh, that's great. It's really lovely that all of us that have, or everyone that's, what's the word, sort of come to this group, this YouTube channel, are obviously all like-minded folk, and we've all got a love. It feels like we've all got a lovely heart between us, which is it's far more. I feel when I'm looking at some. I don't mean miniaturists. I just mean other YouTube channels on anything, because there's everything now on YouTube. But it's sometimes you look at other videos, and you even looking at some of the comments on some of those videos, and you can tell that they're not they're all very distant from each other, but they're just making a comment and whatever. But I've noticed on my YouTube channel, and it's maybe the way I put myself out to everybody, that I've brought like-minded people and like-headed people to the same group, so we all have that kind of warmth when we talk to each other, which is fantastic. When you say, Richard, I love your laugh, Kathy. I won't start now. We haven't got time, but I do have tales of. I mean, I'm nearly 64. If I didn't have tales to tell after all these years on this planet, then where have I been? So at some point, I will obviously come out with more of my tales. And believe me, whenever I do tell any of you tales of things that's happened to me in the past, they really have happened. These aren't funny stories that I've just thought would sound funny and make them up. These are all things like I think the last one I told about in Scotland, when I was doing hairdressing and I did the lady's perm, and her ex-husband came banging around the house, and she pushed me in between a cupboard and a fridge freezer, and I was still scrunched up behind her. She was in front of me, and I'm trying to unroll her perm and test the hair to see if it was doing the S bend that you get when you're doing a perm. And I'm whispering to her, "We need to hurry up and get your hair rinsed. You're gonna turn into Ronald McDonald." And these things happen to me, believe me. Oh, oh, Heather. Oh, Heather Cole. Heather. Yay! Hello, Heather. I know you can see us. Evening, lovely chatting to you. Love Art Deco house is my favourite. The Art Deco house is my favourite as well. And I am finding time to get around to. I've just got a load of bits of hedging and bush stuff that I'm going to put flowers on. So I'm going to do my next video for the Art Deco house will be up in the roof terrace. Yeah, so I'll be doing that fairly soon. I'll get a video out fairly soon for you guys. Okay, Sharon, and my father-in-law delivered mail here in Portugal on a bike. Wow. Yes, our postmen just drive to a certain area in a van, and then they walk all around the place and then back to the van again. Our postman is extremely nice, very friendly. His name is Dave. If anyone wanted to say hello to Dave, I will pass it on very soon, because by the sound of my phone this evening, I will obviously have boxes for him to pick up in a day or two. Kim Carruthers Art Deco house is amazing. Can't wait to get started on mine. It's all thanks to you inspiring me. I'm even putting the lifts in. Brilliant. Oh, see, if we don't get together and chat, then we don't know these things, that someone's seen what I've done on a video and they're going to do something like it on this. It's so good to know. So lovely and so inspiring for me to carry on. A lot of the things that I make up in my videos, in my houses and things, are just really either looking on television, we go out, if we go out in the car, looking at architecture, looking at pictures on the internet, and in books and things. And then in my mind, I'm putting all these things together. The elevator doors that I put in the Art Deco house, I found an image eventually online, but it was a program or a film that we'd seen, and it was in one of the buildings, I'm sure, in New York, in Manhattan, and the elevator doors were this style. So I think these things, find them, think them up, go over them in my head, and then it's always when we go to bed at night, and the lights, I finished reading Dollhouse stuff, put the book down, switched my phone off, and the lights go out, and I pull the cover over me within the dark then, and that's when my mind starts. After the long day, my mind then wakes up again and starts thinking about, if you want your doors to look like this, would they be in gold? Would they be in metal? Would they look like silver? Would they have the black lines on? How do I make the black lines? Can we get, I'm sure you can get really thin sticky black tape. Yes, you can. Look it up on my phone tomorrow or whatever. And it all builds up. A lot, all this whirring around, these cogs in my head, until I eventually, one way or the other, come to not only the idea of what I want the doors to look like, but how do I get the pieces and where you can buy them, uh, um, and whatever, to stick them all together and then make that picture of that image that's in your head. And that, when that happens, and I get so excited, I'm so happy with them, because I look at things like that and think, wow, that's exactly how I had it in mind. Those lift doors, and it's me that did it. But I get excited about myself getting excited, if you can believe that. Oh dear. Dina says, oh, hi, hi to Dave for me. He passes on some wonderful things to me. He certainly does, Dina. He's going to be passing, I'm going to be passing something to him very soon, Dina. And I'm going to pass them on to Dave, and he is going to pass them on, and they will come to you. I'm very much looking forward to that. What's M saying? Oh, Kim, would be nice to see day one. I missed that out, so I don't know. Oh, was that the Art Deco house, day one? I don't know. But I have done my videos from the beginning, all of the houses. And at some point, I am going to get onto the castle that's in the back of a lot of my videos, which I still at the moment think I'm going to do a really, really Gothic type castle, a sort of like over the top, sort of a Dracula Gothic type castle, and make it into a creepy hotel. So that at some point I will be started on, and I definitely will. So I'm pointing there because I'm pointing back through to the conservatory, which is now in darkness. I will be doing the Great Big Palace at some point. I've bought and collected so many things for that palace now, and so much Egyptian stuff for the museum under the basement. I've even now bought foam blocks that you carve, and you can make bricks and whatever to put on the walls and all that. So in my head, I'm picturing this fantastically weird museum with lots of artifacts in. So that it will get started. It will. I promise it will. Mary's still here. Good. Hurrah, Mary. The elevator doors reminded me of the elevator doors in the Empire State Building. I think that's where I got them. I think that's where I first saw those shapes. I'm sure I did now. And we've been up the Empire State Building. Yes, that was lovely. And I do have to say, I know it's an extremely sad thing to remind anyone of, but it is life, and it is, and there was lots of happiness before the 9/11 disaster, which I felt personally it was just a horrible thing. I remember exactly where we were. I lived in York at the time. The television was on in the background, and my parents had come up from Essex, where they were living, to visit me and my partner at the time. And we were chatting away, thinking about what we're doing for lunch, and then it came on the TV. But I just want to say that the times I had been up the Twin Towers 3 times in my life, which I am so grateful for, so grateful. The thought of never have been in that building and not being able to now, I honestly couldn't bear that thought. But we went up. My last time up there was for my 40th birthday. I'm now 63. Oh, in a week from now, so I'll be 64. Okay, all right. I admit it. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Okay, I'm getting older. But yeah, we went up the Twin Towers, and we spent, because it was such a fantastic thing to do. I spent ages at the top, stepping down onto the glass window at the front, where your toes were right up against the glass, and you could look right down. It was absolutely fantastic. And if you just stood, I stood there for maybe 10 minutes, and you could slowly during that time feel the building move so far and then eventually move back again. But if you just stood staring in front, you could feel the whole building bending, which is what buildings do. But it was so fabulous to experience that feeling. Absolutely brilliant. And we were in there, and then we went up outside onto the roof. This was on my 40th birthday. I remember we did this the last time, and we stood up there into the late afternoon, and because it was the time of year, September, it was all getting into autumn time. It was getting darker earlier, and we stood there looking up down over the city, looking right up, obviously, the whole length of the city. But as it got darker, you realised all the one-way avenues, like the main avenue, first, second, third, fourth avenue, and the fact that they were all one way in a certain direction, and another avenue would be a different way. And as it got dark, and all you could see then were car lights, all you could see were lines of red going away from you, and lines of white coming towards you, or whatever. So it was whole streets of red and whole streets of white lines, and it. I have to say, I heard someone talking about what we were looking at with whoever they were with, and they were explaining that it's thought of as the blood corpuscles of the city. So it's a living, breathing city, and these are the red and white corpuscles flowing through the city, and it just the I don't know, the feeling of it, even saying it now, just raised up in my chest, and it just sort of chokes you, and it just gave me a absolute emotional feeling, and I can't really explain it. But any of you that know what I'm talking about, you'll know. Are we having a cup of tea? Mind you, it's getting late. Look at the time here, guys. 8:30, 8:30 p.m. Oh, John Boy's gone out to see if Hedgie is outside in the garden. He's. Do you want to take my camera, my phone? Let me switch the bit off and put the camera. Oh, as if by magic, I've got another sale. I will look at all these later. I'll move it so I'm not blinding everybody. But there's go and see. Hedgie is our resident hedgehog. And Hedgie comes out at night. Luckily, we don't ever see him during the day, but he comes out, and we've seen him about 3 nights running now. And we take a little bit of cat food out with his own little saucer, and you put it by him, and he sits for a moment, and then he turns round and gets onto the little saucer, and all you can hear is like that. And he scoffs it all up, and then he scampers off. So with he's thankfully he's being fed. Yes, the building sways. We went to the. Someone's going to tell me or correct me, please. But in Chicago on our last holiday, we went up the. I think it's the Sears Tower, and if that's what it was called, and now it's something else. And now I'm put on the spot. I know the name because we were there. So someone please tell me. It's got another name now, or it did have another name. But that was fantastic. And that up the top, you could walk out onto a glass floor and see straight down into the street. And John Boy was too scared to do it. How old is that guy? And he just wouldn't go out on the floor. But I wanted to go out on it and jump to just get the excitement of I'm jumping on glass, hundreds of feet up in the air. Yes, I love hearing hedgehogs eat Martine. They are proper noisy. And if you're quiet here in the kitchen and you put food down and give it to Georgie because he's younger and more alert, you hear him exactly the same as Hedgie the Hedgehog as he's eating. Rhonda, why don't hedgehogs just share the hedges? Is Hedgie out there? Oh, yeah, we might have missed him because of the time. We've been seeing him earlier, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh,
Cats are looking for him.
oh, were they out looking for him? Oh, God love them. Georgie was out looking for Hedgie last night, but he wouldn't go near him. He was just looking and peering. But they obviously know not to attack a hedgehog. It'd be the last time they did. They wouldn't do it again. Kathy, I will never forget that day. One of the planes flew over my house and I saw it hit the bit. Really, Kathy? Wow. Yeah, we were so lucky to see the New York skyline. So lucky. My husband works for CNN and he couldn't leave the city for a month. Oh wow. My God.
You want it to, I can make you one. I'll take it.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Boy's going to take the kettle into the lounge, which is really weird because we're in the kitchen, but it makes such a noise. Yeah. So he's going to put the kettle on in the lounge. It would be like you're camping out or something. No, but that was amazing being up the towers. Kathy, I still can't go into the city without crying. We went a long time after that when they built Ground Zero, and the one of the cousins took us up there in his truck and dropped us off for a while, and it just made me cry. I just stood there and cried. And you know what? With times like that, when things like that have happened, you really don't care if anyone else is around. I mean, it's such a it's just unthinkable. It really is. Yes, yes, we all remember where we were that day. You just can't. I don't know. You just can't imagine that there are humans or people on this planet that can actually physically do something so drastically horrific to themselves, let alone to other people. There's obviously mental issues going on. A sane person wouldn't even think about it, let alone do it. Absolutely awful. If I can tell you, I don't know if anyone wants to hear just a little story about the when it happened that I have some connection to. I don't have to if people don't want to hear. If you don't, then please say no on the comments. But if you did want to hear, then I'll tell you a little story. Kathy, okay, Kathy. I will tell you, and I'll tell everybody else. I can't. Sorry. Right, I can't actually. Blimey. Blimey, missus, as they say on comedies in the UK. That's really, really weird. Right, it's not something bad that happened, but it was something. Right, okay, okay. You know me, guys. I wear my heart on my sleeve, even if it's a short one. So, and this is a true story. My partner at the time, Scottish Dean. He was lovely. He was a lovely, lovely guy. We had a lovely relationship for 12 years, 13 years. But while we were in visiting his family in New York, we were talking different things, and I got to learn where his relatives worked and what have you. And one of his cousins, cousin Andrew, uh, works for Otis, OTIS, the elevator and lift people, and all the up and downs. Um, they're famous all around the world. I see them a lot since I learnt that in the UK. Loads of these escalators I've been on and elevators. I've noticed now a lot of the Otis writing. Oh, that's cousin Andrew's where he works. And thank you, Kim. Thank you. Hug back to you as well. Oh, Deborah. Oh, bless you. Well, so if I can tell you, I'll try and tell you quickly without thinking about it. But cousin Andrew worked with Otis, as far as I know, has worked there all his life. And he actually started off, he was in his 30s at the time. He started off in that job as a teenager, and he back then, now when I knew him, he was level-headed. He was married. He had children, two lovely, a little boy and a girl. They were fantastic. The boy Reese, he was the one that when we went to stay with the family, he was the one in the morning arguing with his mother, and she was saying, "No, you can't do this." And I just found out then that he wanted to take me to school for a show and tell, because I was just so weird. But anyway, I digress. But he, Andrew, as a youngster, when he first started working for Otis, used to construct the elevators, and he was actually working on them. Thank you, darling. Thank you very much. And he remembers when he was a youngster, he used to do drugs and things and mix with the wrong people. His life, if you when I was speaking to him, you would think he was talking about someone else. He was amazing how he came through his life. But he used to take whatever, and while he was at work, and he remembers being in places like the Twin Towers and Empire State and working on the lift shafts with planks of wood on the top of the shafts, and he would be on his hands and knees crawling backwards and forwards doing bits and pieces. I mean, absolutely amazing when you think about it. Health and safety back then, there wasn't any health and safety, and he would be drugged at the same time. um, he still, when I knew him, he still was going to church all these years later, and thanks whoever that he is, how he is now. But he worked his way, without, excuse the pun, but he worked his way up in the elevator business. I've got no other way of saying that. I know it sounds funny, but he then became, over the years, I don't know what the name of his job was, but he had people working for him, and it was office based, and he was in one of the big tower blocks in Manhattan, and his work colleague came to him, and before his work colleague came to him, they had in their diaries different. They have to do checks on the elevators, and sometimes he would go, sometimes he'd send different people, but they had the different checks the following morning, to do the Twin Towers, and they were to what they do was to block it all off so there was no people. They open the doors and they take photographs and things so they can gauge different things, check the workings and what have you. But they were going to be on that morning up the top of the Twin Towers during that exact period of time, taking photographs and things. And the day before, he told us this story. And even him and his wife were crying when he was telling me. And the day before, the afternoon before, they had this appointment. His colleague came out of another office that was going to do the photographs with him and said to him, looking at his diary, not thinking about any big deal, but he just said, to cousin Andrew, look, we've got the Empire State and the Rockefeller or something or other to do on whatever days. Why don't we just do those tomorrow? Otherwise, we're spread out our work too far. If we're down at the Twin, then we've got to come all the way up to the plaza, blah, blah, blah. And he just looked at his diary, cousin Andrew, and says, yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. And it was just going to get more work done in the day rather than splitting it up so much. And this colleague that came into him changed their appointment just through thinking it would help them out during the day. So that following day, they were in a completely different place. And so that's they wouldn't be here. He wouldn't be here anymore, and his wife would have lost him and his children and everyone that knows him. Bye, Wanda. Thank you. Take care, Byron. Oh, Byron's going. Oh, bless you. But anyway, that's just a little thing that happened there. And they, believe me, they just thank the Lord every day since then, I'm sure. Yes, God always has a plan, apparently. Yeah, Wondered. I think that's what he says there. He said back then he couldn't believe how lucky he was, but how his colleague may not have even thought about those plans of that day, that following day. Absolutely. When you hear things like that, you realize how close we can all be, how close we can be. We just never know when we get up in the morning what's going to happen. But anyway, sorry about that, folks. I was going to tell you that story in quite a sensible way. I didn't realize it was still anyway, still raw, but there you go. And breathe. Rachel. Oh, God love you, Rachel. Up there in Bonnie, Scotland. I hope your move is going to go all right, by the way. Won't get too personal on here, but I just know through chatting. So anyway, and I want to see photos of your houses too at some point. And you've bought some lovely things from me. Thank you. Thank you. So thank you, everybody that's bought anything from me. God only knows. You've no idea how thankful I am. Believe you and me. Oh. Yeah, some things are hard to talk about. I do feel a lot. I really do. It's just the love for the other people, and just just with all on this planet for such a short time in life, and I don't understand anyone that can do anything bad or harmful. What's the point? They're only here for minutes in the big the whole plan. It's just, what's the point? Let's just get on. Let's just be happy, and let's enjoy the time we're here as much as possible, as much as we can. So Medina, it's amazing how some events can touch us for so many years. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Beth, I remember work just stopped. Yeah. And the JFK assassination as well. All these things, you just don't understand. I don't understand why humans can be like they can be. All right, there's all these politics, there's all these wars, there's all reasons, why, because they live there, they're then in an army and then they're told to go and kill somebody or whatever. It's when you actually say that and think about it, it's so banal. It really is just banal. But all those people, if only they could have just thought, do you know what? This is just a lovely planet. Let's just Let's just get on with it. Let's live and shop and work and buy things and let's make ourselves happy. You know, life could be a lot simpler. Yeah, someone was definitely watching over him. And this is what makes the family. This is so what makes a family. I feel like I know you all, and a lot of you used to have said over time it's like being in the same room when I do one of my usual videos, like not live streams. Well, even now, like a live stream, but I feel like that when I'm not looking at your comments and I'm just doing stuff or making a video. I feel like I've come into a room of people to talk to. So absolutely amazing, really amazing. And you all do touch me in certain ways, the things that you say or the comments that you leave. Um, Absolutely fantastic. Cheryl, let's try and end on a happy note. We're all still here. Yes. And if I don't shut up for a moment and take a sip of tea, I'm sure I'm going to hear John Boy calling through any minute. Lovely tea, John Boy, if you're watching. And look, by the way, we have nice sweets sometimes, but these are really cheap sweets and they're brilliant. Look, choose disco sticks. They're just pure chemical, but they're fab. I used to love when we went to the States, some of the different sweets I would buy over there, things that we don't have here, and different things. And the Hershey's, your Hershey's chocolate is like our dairy. Well, it's not like it, but it's our version is dairy milk, Cadbury's or whatever, and you've got Hershey's. But all the little drops, the Hershey's drops and things like that. But while I was over there, I suppose it's like a lot of people going over to different countries on holiday. You just want to try their culture and have bits of their culture because you can't get it at home. And all of you that live there, to you, it's just normal. Like we can go down to our local shop and get our Cadbury's chocolate and whatever. And some of you that have been here have said, "Oh, I'd love to be there just to go." Well, that's what I'm like with the American sweets and things and the candy bars. I remember the dime bars and things. They even started that over in the UK, the dime bars. Brilliant. Sharon, you can make your dollhouse whatever you want. Yes. Who's talking about doll houses? Because you can do exactly what you want with your house. I try to spend money to make me happy, which makes hubby grouchy. I wonder. Well, don't tell him. You know, I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. Maybe you can do it without him realizing. I don't know. Oh dear. I like a husband that says now and again to his loving wife, go on Richard's website and knock yourself out. Maybe you could talk some of your husbands, if you have any, into that. It might work. It's a long shot. Oh dear. God loves a trier. That's what they say. So that's what I'm saying. Bye for real this time, Kathy. Oh, all the best. Thank you, Kathy, for being like. Thank you, as always. It's been a really lovely chat tonight, by the way, guys. Really lovely. Oh, Mary, some people are just evil, Richard, and it's a shame that this is what has happened in the world. I don't know why that's happened in the world. You know, it's humans that have done it all. If it was just animals living here, there wouldn't be all this wars and bombs and fighting and killing and so many shootings. Ugh, it's just you don't understand. Don't understand. I want to find clotted cream here, Beth. Oh, my store used to carry it, but doesn't now. God, I love clotted cream. if I could take you, Beth, to where we're going very, very soon, to Cornwall, it's where it comes from, Cornish clotted cream. And do you know what? My God, I'm going to put my £7 back on. Whoever it was that took my £7, by the way, I think I'm going to have it back when we go on holiday, because I can't resist when we go to Cornwall and Devon to have the scones, the fruit scones with the clotted cream and the homemade jam. Oh, God. Now I feel, I don't know if anyone knows of The Simpsons, the cartoon that's been going for years on TV. I feel like Homer starting to dribble. Clotted cream. I'm getting all excited over a scone now and clotted cream. Oh dear. Kathy, Kim Carruthers. I've just made my toy shop now. I'm doing a doll's house shop. Oh, fabulous! Yes, how exciting! Wow. Here we go. I think we can all agree it's a great shame I think we can all agree it's great I don't have a husband. I might have to get rid of him. Oh, bless you. Oh dear. Oh dear. I've made lots of mini houses that are going in my shop. Made lots of mini houses that are going in my shop. Oh, Kim, Carruthers, you've got it in your shop. Is it online shop? And if it is, you are welcome here to let everybody know. Put it on the comments if it is something online. I've often, I have to say, I don't know. I probably shouldn't because I don't want to sound naughty. But I once wrote a letter, I mean, an A4 letter, and posted it to another one of our favourites, Bentley Miniatures, to Ara, a long time ago. But I actually wrote a whole big letter, and I actually said to her that I was doing this as my only business, it was my only income, and I would be extremely grateful because she has a lot of viewers, a lot of subscribers, if she would just give me a tiny mention of on one of her videos, just to say, oh, by the way, there's the English guy Richard. He's quite fun, completely different from what I do, but pop over and have a look at him. And I just thought it would help me to gain some people. But I mentioned the lady lots of times on my own videos, and other people. Julie Warren, I've talked about. I've done videos of showing where I've got Julie Warren's patterns, and I've made sofas and tables and things, and mentioned her a lot. But it's sadly, it never seems to come back the other way. But if I can help anybody else putting on their stuff, I'm just waiting to see if your shop, Kim, is something online. Then I haven't seen anything yet. But if it is, then please advertise on while you're with me, because whether I get help from any of these people or not, I will help anyone that I can, because I think that's the way to be. Dina, husband Richard's vases. I think we all know what I would pick. Oh. Wanda, I used to have scrapbooking store Wanda, I used to have a scrapbooking store years ago, and had a husband payment plan, third cash, third credit card, third debit card. Because what hubby looks at all at the same time. Oh, fabulous. That sounds great, Kim. Yeah, Kim, I'd love to see the pictures as well. Husband, as far as I think we all know of pick. Wanda, that's great. LOL, Dina. Sometimes my mummy dresses me up for school in a raincoat with shark tooth buttons. Fabulous. Oh, I'd like a coat like that. How brilliant. That's excellent. I think, guys, it's as you can see, I want to point the other way because everything's back to front on the video. But if I work backwards, that's coming up for 9 o'clock by the look of it. So I will be saying goodbye around at 9 o'clock, I think, because I have a lot to pack up and clear up and put all these away carefully. Some of them apparently have been sold and have names on them already, which is, if you're still on watching, honestly, hopefully you can feel my thanks. This is not taken lightly when somebody buys from me, I have to tell you. It means an awful lot. So, what the heck is that? I think a troll. Oh! Oh, okay. So that root person is, you sound like you're from Norwich. Well, I don't know who you are. But anyway, I think we shall leave it anyway for the night. Let me just click on this. Right, what I have done is managed very quickly to learn. So you learn when you have to quickly to, as you can see, deleted messages by that person. I've never seen the name before. It doesn't sound like any of our family members. And actually that was deleted the message. That's good. Actually, thank you, Sharon. A delightful time. It was delightful for me talking to you as well. Thank you, Sharon, for being here. But the good thing is about whoever career route was that was saying silly things, I've had my first troll. I think I get brownie points for that. I think you're not good enough until somebody wants to troll you and spoil everything because you're being so nice or having a lovely time with people. So yay to whoever it was, Root. Let's call them Root. Hooray for them. But they won't come on again because I've blocked their messages. Hurrah. Kim, no, don't stop. You're amazing. I'm so thankful to you. Oh, bless. Bye, Sharon. Yes. Bye for now, Sharon. Rachel. Tammy T. Hi, I'm new here. Tammy T, I've never heard of your name before on comments on my videos, so I know you're a newbie. If you're joining our family, thank you for joining and being part of our family. If you stay with us, you'll find that we're a really, really happy family together. And we all learn off each other and get tips off each other and chat to each other. Dina. Oh, Richard. Yeah, congratulations, Bev. Funny. Hi, Tammy. Yes, hi, Tammy from Dina. Welcome to the group. Sadly, because we've been on for 3 hours now, and the live stream, I think, will be coming to an end any moment now, because I've got a lot to do to pack up afterwards, and it's going to be well past my beddy time by the time John Boy and me are going off to sleep. And I've still got my reading to do in bed. I've still got to then close my eyes and plan what I'm doing tomorrow. I tell you, it's a tough life. Some live shows have moderators to deal with trolls. Karen, I didn't realize that. I had no idea. I just learned how to come on and do a live in the first place. So I've only done a few now, but I didn't know the people could even have moderators to deal with them. I don't know how that works, but I suppose, like I've done, if anyone comes on and says something weird, I can just hide their comments, and then we won't see them anymore. But that's a good idea to have moderators. I suppose they're bigger YouTubers that have a lot of people that try to troll their sites. Luckily, I've only had the one. That was it, short and sweet. Never mind. Yeah, bye, Karen. Thank you very, very much for joining in. Thank you so much. And Dina, I've been waiting to go to the store. Didn't want to leave until the. Oh, God love you, Dina. Okay, everyone, I shall say, I shall have another sip of tea before I get told off. Oh, lovely. And I'll switch off, and I will have a chemical-filled sweet to give me a bit of energy to pack everything up. I need these things to keep me going. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. That's the most important thing of all. Thank you for chatting to each other. I'm watching the chats and everything. It's so great that all of you talk to each other. I can't tell you how much that enthralls me, to think that you can all get together on one, computer and just chat to each other. It gives us all a chance to speak, and to chat away. So thank you for that, and thank you obviously for everyone that's bought from me tonight. I won't know until I've looked and checked my emails and everything. But thank you so much. This is Friday night, isn't it, John Boy?
Friday, yes.
Yeah. I'll be too late now to get shipping labels for them to collect parcels tomorrow on Saturday. So although I like things out, the minute I get a sale, I want them to go, because I hate bad customer service. But I will now have to wait until Monday morning before they go off in the post, to be shipped to you. But needless to say, they will go then first thing Monday morning, when the lovely Dave will come round to collect them. And I will say hi to Dave, from any of you that said hello to him, and he'll just grin like mad, and think that he's been mentioned on YouTube. He'll probably tell his wife when he gets home. Anyway, okay, bye Karen, bye everybody. Kim, I've absolutely loved tonight. I haven't moved for 3 hours. Goodbye, everyone. God bless, Kim. God bless. Yes, I haven't moved for 3 hours, and I'm starting to go a bit numb.
Nothing unusual there.
Nothing unusual there, John Boy says. Beth, thank you, Rich. You're very, very welcome, Beth. So lovely to speak to you and to see your name, as of all of you. Yes, I love our family. I love our family so much. Thank you. Bye. Yes. See you later. I have to get back to work. Oh, Joyzy girl, you're another sale. You're just getting back to work. We're not just going to bed. It'll be an hour and a half, maybe 2. But I'm going to do a lot of clearing up before we go to bed. And I can't speak for everybody, but I am whacked, fully worn out. Wanda, thank you for doing this, Rich and John Boy. Honestly, it's our pleasure to give time to speak to you. Honestly, I really can't thank you enough, just to have interaction. Absolutely brilliant, Wanda. Thank you all. And yes, Tammy, if you see me saying I'm going to come on and do a live stream, it's usually 6 p.m. UK time. So if you can at all, then try and get on a bit earlier. and we can have a chat, which would be wonderful. You can join the group. Okay, guys. I will say no night. Oh, sometimes when we're sitting watching television and we have some sweets and things, and we're watching TV,
I do that.
and John Boy just looks at me like there's something wrong. I don't understand. I don't get it. When I put my sweets in,
Oh,
yeah.
Bless him.
Bless me. Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Quick,
I'll come round.
come round. Say cheerio for now.
Cheerio, everyone. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, and we'll
Take care, everyone, whatever you do now.
yes, exactly. Speak to you again soon.
Yes.
It looks like a little halo around his
does.
head. No, you don't. The clock. Can you see? No, I meant the clock.
Oh,
It's like
I have a halo.
yeah. Oh, it's slit.
Yes, slightly bent.
Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Take care, my lovelies, all of you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.